earlier. In fact, making it one of the reasons why he walked off. The Congress did not share about its plans in Bihar so far as the Bharat Jodo Yatra is concerned, as also Mamata when she said that why are they moving around in Bihar, in Bengal, without telling her where they are going. In fact, they seem to be Muslim fishing. That was Mamata Banerjee's chart. So the Bharat Jodo Yatra seems to be turning into an INDI Todo Yatra as well. Let's go to Jammu, where Gursimran is joining us with more details as to what's really happened through the day to understand the situation there on the ground. Gursimran, you said that a meeting has taken place in which a deliberation took place on possible candidates for all the 5 seats of the state in Jammu and Kashmir. You think this is ultimately going to be a deal breaker, ultimately going to lead to the disbanding of the opposition alliance in Jammu and Kashmir also, like we have seen happening in the case of Bihar, in the case of Bengal. So in Jammu and Kashmir, the Congress party not very sure that seat sharing can happen, and that's why doing this exercise.
Yes, Abhishek, you have rightly mentioned that the India alliance, what it seems, is going to disband, and the steps that the Congress party is taking is somewhat in that direction only, because the Congress party has made it amply clear that they want to contest in the Kashmir Valley. There was no point of making that claim at a time when the Congress was so serious about the alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. And the counter attack was by the National Conference, which made it amply clear that they are the big brothers, because they have won 3 seats in 2019 when the other alliance partners, if the alliance is stretched, be it the People's Democratic Party or the Congress, they have not won a single seat. And they said that we are having a good ground and we will hold it. And Omar Abdullah has made it amply clear that they wish to contest all 3 seats. The Congress then, what they did, that they made first a statement and then followed by a high profile visit of the former Minister of Railway Bhakta Chaman to Jammu and Kashmir, in which he held a AICC screening meeting that also included the AICC J&K in charge Bharat Singh Solanki and other senior leaders of the Congress party, in which 5 names were discussed for every seat, including 3 seats in the valley, 2 in the valley, 2 in Jammu and Kashmir, and 1 seat that is in between valley and Jammu, that includes the South Kashmir, Anantnag and the Kulgam district, and Rajouri and Poonch of Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu region. So now what has happened, that the Congress has finalized 5 of its candidates, and the names will be given to the High Command. By now it would have been given to the Congress High Command. This is now irking the alliance partners, because National Conference is saying that till the time the Congress wants to have the alliance with each other, they are not even, there has not been even a single meeting of the alliance that has taken place so far in Jammu and Kashmir. And now the Congress has reached a stage where they have finalized their names for the Lok Sabha candidates. That means the Congress is trying to push the pressure on the other alliance partners that they are on a big brother's role. And that is what making it really difficult on the ground for this alliance to see the light of the day. What it seems for now, that the way the alliance is heading, it will be something like that we have seen in 2019, that they will come again up against each other and then they will call it a friendly contest, Abhishek.
I don't know if there is anything called friendly contest when it's a do or die battle like the general elections. As for the NC and PDP, so for the Congress party. But we leave it there. Gursimran will keep watching that space closely as to how the alliance shapes up or not. But similar story coming in from Uttar Pradesh also. Akhilesh Yadav claimed that he was not invited for Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, and therefore he might not attend the same. This was yesterday. And now the Congress has hit back saying, or not hit back, but sort of taking it in its stride and suggesting that once the plans for Uttar Pradesh firm up, which according to the Congress party happens a day or 2 in advance of the Yatra moving inside that particular state, the same would be shared with Akhilesh. It seems it's not that simple on the face of it, because seat sharing tussle is going on between Samajwadi Party and the Congress also. And we have seen Akhilesh Yadav unilaterally announcing 16 seats, candidates to 16 seats, of which one includes Salman Khurshid's constituency of Farrukhabad. The reason why it's important is because Salman Khurshid happens to be the one negotiating seat sharing formula on behalf of the Congress party with allies. So his own seat Akhilesh Yadav is not willing to negotiate. I'm told Raghavendra is joining us from Lucknow. Raghavendra, अखिलेश यादव ने कल कहा कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने तो हमें बुलाया नहीं तो हम जाएंगे नहीं. ये जो वाद विवाद संवाद हो रहा है कांग्रेस और समाजवादी पार्टी के बीच में, उससे लगता है आपको कि इशारा मिलता है कि अलायंस तो खत्म ही हो गई है, कुछ बात बची नहीं है इंडी अलायंस की उत्तर प्रदेश में?
देखिए, अगर जमीनी बात करें अभिषेक, मैं एक बहुत बड़ी बात आपको बताने जा रहा हूं. ये जो इंडी गठबंधन की बात हो रही है, जिस तरह से उत्तर प्रदेश, यानी देखा जाए कि हिंदुस्तान का सबसे बड़ा राज्य, 80 लोकसभा सीटें हैं. कहा जाता है कि अगर आप बिहार, उत्तर प्रदेश, मध्य प्रदेश अगर आप जीत लेते हैं तो आप सत्ता में आ जाते हैं. तो उत्तर प्रदेश का मैं जो हाल बता रहा हूँ, जीरो ग्राउंड की जो स्थिति बता रहा हूँ, कि इंडी गठबंधन नाम की चीज अब नहीं रह गई है. जिस तरह से एक तरफे फैसले लिए जा रहे हैं, इससे लग रहा है कि अब देश में ये गठबंधन चलेगा नहीं, सिर्फ नाम का गठबंधन रह गया है, बैठकों का गठबंधन रह गया है, और बहुत बुरा हश्र होने वाला है. अब एक तरफा जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो क्लेम कर रही है 400 सीट के बाद, वो सपना भी पूरा हो सकता है अगर ये लोग अब भी अगर सतर्क नहीं हुए. जिस तरह से लिस्ट निकाली जा रही है, जिस तरह से एक दूसरे पार्टी को नीचा दिखाया जा रहा है. अभी आपने देखा होगा इसी न्याय यात्रा की बात में ममता बनर्जी अचानक कांग्रेस के ऊपर उन्होंने स्टेटमेंट दे दिया, और बहुत कड़ा स्टेटमेंट दिया. इसीलिए दिया कि कांग्रेस पार्टी वहां पर पश्चिम बंगाल में न्याय यात्रा में उनको नहीं बुलाती है. और वही स्थिति यहां पर है. अखिलेश यादव खुल के नहीं बोल पा रहे हैं, लेकिन स्थिति यही है कि कांग्रेस इनको साथ में लेकर नहीं चल रही है. जिसका दर्द उनका छलका है. उन्होंने कहा कि जब हमको बुलाया नहीं गया तो हम इस यात्रा के कैसे सहयोगी बने, कैसे इसमें भाग लें. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये जो गठबंधन की जो बात आ रही है, कांग्रेस को चाहिए, एक राष्ट्रीय दल है, अपने सभी घटक दलों को साथ में लेकर चलना चाहिए, लेकिन वो नाकामयाब रही. वहीं भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रचंड बहुमत होने के नाते के बाद भी अपने सहयोगी दलों को साथ में लेकर चल रही है.
एग्जैक्टली सुन ले अखिलेश यादव ने क्या कहा था, उसको ठीक से सुन ले, फिर मैं आपके पास फिर से आता हूं.
मुश्किल तो यह है कि कई बड़े आयोजन होते हैं, बड़े कार्यक्रम होते हैं, हम लोगों को निमंत्रण ही नहीं मिलता. तो अपने आप क्या मांगे हम निमंत्रण? मुश्किल तो यह है कि कई बड़े आयोजन होते हैं, बड़े कार्यक्रम होते हैं, हम लोगों को निमंत्रण ही नहीं मिलता. तो अपने आप क्या मांगे हम निमंत्रण?
ऑलराइट, हम क्यों मांगे निमंत्रण? राघवेंद्र, बहुत कटाक्ष में अखिलेश यादव ने यह बात कही कि हम क्यों मांगे निमंत्रण, आपके बड़े कार्यक्रम होते हैं, आपको बुलाना है तो बुलाइए, फिर हम सोचेंगे. तो बिल्कुल मतलब बात यारी दोस्ती से ज्यादा कटाक्ष पे आ गई है, तो लगता है कि कुछ बचा नहीं है. राघवेंद्र,
देखिए सर, जैसा कि मैंने अभिषेक जी अभी कहा कि ये अखिलेश यादव के दर्द छलका. अखिलेश यादव अब क्या है कि लोग खुल के बोल नहीं पाते. एक तरफ तो दोस्ती की बात करते हैं, लेकिन सोचते हैं दोस्ती टूटे भी ना और सारी चीजें रह भी जाएं, और आगे भी नहीं बढ़ाना है, यानी त्याग भी नहीं करना है. अगर कांग्रेस पार्टी कह रही है कि मैं राष्ट्रीय एक नेतृत्व करता हूं देश में, आप हमको 20 सीटों से ज्यादा दे दीजिए, 25 सीटें दे दीजिए, 23 सीटें दे दीजिए, लेकिन आप कह रहे हैं हम 16 से ज्यादा नहीं देंगे. तो आप एक तरफ खुद अपनी लकीर खींच चुके हैं, दूसरा कह रहे हैं कांग्रेस हमको लेके नहीं चल रही है, हमको अपने बड़े बड़े कार्यक्रमों में बुलाती नहीं है, इन्विटेशन नहीं देती है. तो ये जो चीजें चल रही हैं, इसी का फायदा सत्ता पक्ष को मिलेगा. अब आप देखिए ना, मायावती ने कह दिया हम अकेले चुनाव में जा रहे हैं. अखिलेश के सहयोगी दलों को कुछ अता पता नहीं है, एक तरफा लिस्ट जारी होती है. अभी ये शिवपाल का एक बयान आया कि असुद्दीन ओवैसी बता दे कहां कहां वो जीतेंगे, हम उनको अपने साथ ले लें. तो असुद्दीन ओवैसी पार्टी के प्रवक्ता का बयान आता है कि अभी ऐसी कोई बात ही नहीं हुई है, ऑफिशियल कोई हमारे पास ऑफर नहीं आया है.
ठीक है रघुवेंद्र, बिल्कुल रघुवेंद्र, ये देखिए, ये चलता रहेगा इनके बीच में. मुझे लगता नहीं है कि सीट शेयरिंग जिस तरह की कांग्रेस सोचती थी होने वाली है, एंड दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई यू आर सीइंग दिस काइंड ऑफ sarcasm laden comments being made from both the sides. In fact, the Congress leader, Congress party Jairam Ramesh, has also hit out at once their ally Mamata Banerjee, because remember Mamata Banerjee had in fact suggested that the Congress party is Muslim fishing, and even used language which was sort of unparliamentary, which was tweeted by the BJP's Twitter handle yesterday. But let's listen into what Jairam Ramesh has now said to Mamata Banerjee.
Lumber.
आज 21वां दिन है, झारखंड में है। 13 ज़िले से हम जाएंगे। यहाँ अगले 8 दिन झारखंड में रहेंगे, उसके बाद उड़ीसा, उसके बाद छत्तीसगढ़, उसके बाद उत्तर प्रदेश ज़रूर जाएंगे। ममता जी के मन में कोई संदेह नहीं होनी चाहिए। 11 दिन भारत जोड़ो न्याय यात्रा यूपी में रहेगा। उन्होंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें कही हैं कांग्रेस के पार्टी के बारे में। मैं कुछ नहीं कहूँगा, मैं यही कहूँगा कि वो बार बार कह रही हैं कि वो इंडिया गठबंधन का एक हिस्सा है। हम भी इंडिया गठबंधन में हैं। हमारा कर्तव्य बनता है, हमारा धर्म बनता है कि हम इंडिया गठबंधन को और मजबूत करें। और एक ही निशाना होना चाहिए, हम लोग बीजेपी के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, आरएसएस की विचारधारा को हराने में लगे हुए हैं। जो आपस मतभेद है राज्य के स्तर को, राजनीति को लेकर, उसको थोड़ा पीछे हटाकर हमें राष्ट्रीय नजरिया लेना है, क्योंकि इंडिया गठबंधन राष्ट्रीय स्तर के लिए है, लोकसभा चुनावों के लिए है, विधानसभा चुनाव के लिए नहीं है।
All right, that's Congress Party's defense, if you heard it right, viewers. Chaira Ramesh there saying that the India alliance is for national elections, not for states. But then, isn't general election a sum total of state elections? If, for example, the Samajwadi Party says that it has already decided 16 candidates, which includes 5 of those seats where the Congress wanted to contest, is it not about alliance or the alliance breaking? If Mamata Banerjee says take 2 or leave it, then is it not INDI alliance coming undone in Bengal? And of course, Nitish, we know, has already left the INDI for greener pastures. In this case, back to the National Democratic Alliance of the BJP. But what is important is that we are seeing increasing bickering taking place between opposition parties, and the Congress party not understanding how to respond to the attacks that are getting sharper from its own allies. So be it Mamata Banerjee, be it Akhilesh Yadav, be it Bhagwant Singh Maan, it's clear that the Congress party faces a problem of sharpening attacks, not from its opponents in politics like the BJP or BJP's allies, but in fact from its own allies, and hence does not know how to respond. I'm told Aishwarya Kapoor is joining us over the phone line. All right, I think we're trying to connect with Aishwarya so he could have given us a broader picture of how the politics are panning out ahead of general elections in the midst of the budget session, and of course before the election commission announces the schedule for the Lok Sabha elections that are slated to take place through the month of March, April, May, and we are seeing politics hotting up with political parties jousting for seat sharing, for seats to contest, and that jousting being more visible in the opposition space. So, for example, yesterday we had Prime Minister Narendra Modi praising Naveen Patnaik, the Odisha Chief Minister, for being a friend, and so becoming clear that in Odisha, the BJP and BJD would have some kind of understanding. In the opposition space, the comments keep getting sharper and laden with sarcasm. Let's listen to Jairam Ramesh once again.
आज 21वां दिन है, झारखंड में है। 13 ज़िले से हम जाएंगे। यहाँ अगले 8 दिन झारखंड में रहेंगे, उसके बाद उड़ीसा, उसके बाद छत्तीसगढ़, उसके बाद उत्तर प्रदेश ज़रूर जाएंगे। ममता जी के मन में कोई संदेह नहीं होनी चाहिए। 11 दिन भारत जोड़ो न्याय यात्रा यूपी में रहेगा। उन्होंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें कही हैं कांग्रेस के पार्टी के बारे में। मैं कुछ नहीं कहूँगा, मैं यही कहूँगा कि वो बार बार कह रही हैं कि वो इंडिया गठबंधन का एक हिस्सा है। हम भी इंडिया गठबंधन में हैं। हमारा कर्तव्य बनता है, हमारा धर्म बनता है कि हम इंडिया गठबंधन को और मजबूत करें। और एक ही निशाना होना चाहिए, हम लोग बीजेपी के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, आरएसएस की विचारधारा को हराने में लगे हुए हैं। जो आपस मतभेद है राज्य के स्तर को, राजनीति को लेकर, उसको थोड़ा पीछे हटाकर हमें राष्ट्रीय नजरिया लेना है, क्योंकि इंडिया गठबंधन राष्ट्रीय स्तर के लिए है, लोकसभा चुनावों के लिए है, विधानसभा चुनाव के लिए नहीं है।
All right, since Jairam Ramesh was sort of seen counseling or heard counseling Mamata Banerjee, let's go to our Kolkata bureau and in fact to Mayuk Ranjan Ghosh. He's joining us over the phone. And Mayuk, if you can share with us, how is Mamata Didi going to see this counseling coming in from Jairam Ramesh? That's let's keep the alliance together, let's talk goody stuff, and let's think of a national alliance to defeat the BJP. Does it really change facts on the ground, which is that Mamata Banerjee does not want to share more than 2 seats with Congress party in Bengal?
Well, absolutely so. And you have seen earlier also Mamata Banerjee and TMC, for that matter, clearly snubbing Rahul Gandhi and Congress regarding their strategy in Bengal, their strategy in this alliance, and most importantly, this yatra which entered Bengal after Mamata Banerjee's go solo decision. We have also shown pictures and visuals in Republic where workers of the Trinamool Congress showed posters saying Bengal mein Didi kafi hai, Bangla Didi kafi. That translates in English as Didi is enough for Bengal. We don't need anyone else. So this is when Rahul Gandhi convoy was passing through places in North Bengal. So on one hand, Rahul Gandhi, who didn't got a very warm welcome from Trinamool Congress leaders, they time and again they slammed. In fact, Mamata Banerjee, after which Jairam Ramesh has responded. Banerjee's bite, if you can play, clearly she was irritated. Clearly she was not very happy that Rahul Gandhi had entered Bengal, and in fact she leveled serious allegation that Congress is fishing minority votes in Bengal, and that's why Adhit Chaudhary is specifically bringing Rahul Gandhi in places where there's a considerable amount of minority population. So on one hand, Mamata Banerjee saying that they will be contesting Lok Sabha elections in 2024 in the state alone. On the other hand, Jairam Ramesh still trying to fix things, trying to act as a disaster management controller, still trying to control the damage that has already been created. But people in Bengal, the political observers in Bengal are saying the damage has already been done. It's an end game for both the sides, and the entire alliance talks has specifically between Trinamool Congress and Congress in Bengal has gone to a point of no return. So basically, this is going to go even bitter. And in Bengal specifically, on one hand, Congress leaders, Congress workers, time and again are getting assaulted. In fact, a lot of Congress workers during post-poll violence, they were killed. And this is a continuous process where Bengal lower-ranked leaders are criticizing Rahul Gandhi for joining hands with Trinamool Congress. And on the other hand, Trinamool Congress, they are keeping the line simple. They are saying that we have Didi in Bengal. Right. We don't need anyone else to combat BJP. Back to the studio.
All right. Thank you so much, Mayuk, for sharing those details and that ground perspective on Bengal, INDI, alliance space. And then we move on. We have seen what's happening in Jammu and Kashmir and Uttar Pradesh and Bengal. Now we'll focus on Jharkhand, but after a short break. Jharkhand MLAs who took off to Hyderabad are now en route and could be landing in Ranchi anytime soon. There is a floor test happening tomorrow in the Jharkhand Assembly. We come back with that story on the other side. Also, Supreme Court to hear plea seeking ASI survey at sealed area of Wazukhana at Gyanvapi complex tomorrow.
Amity faculty have filed over 2,100 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been ranked among the top for innovation achievements.
समय बदला, कहानियां बदली. अब मैं जब जिस दुनिया से आता हूं, मैं कभी सर एक दिन भी मैंने प्रिटेंड होने की और किसी और कॉम्प्लेक्स में नहीं पड़ा कि नहीं यार मुझे ये आनी चाहिए. मुझे लगा मैं जो हूं वही हूं और मैं इसी तरीके से रहूंगा और मैं इसको बहुत ही प्राइड और प्राउड के साथ प्रेजेंट करूंगा.
कभी लगा कि चेंज करूंगा तो ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल बनूंगा?
चेंज करूंगा तो बिखर जाऊंगा, सक्सेसफुल नहीं बनूंगा. पता नहीं कौन,
इसको एक्सप्लेन कीजिए सर.
किस टीचर ने आके मेरे को ये डाल दिया था कि जो संसार में जितने लोग हैं, करोड़ों लोग हैं, तुम सिर्फ अकेले हो। तुम्हारी जैसी मिलता जुलता होगा पर तुम्हारे जैसा कोई व्यक्ति नहीं है। ये भी पॉसिबल है कि तुम्हारे विचार का कोई दूसरा व्यक्ति ना मिले हूबहू, जो जिसका सॉफ्टवेयर तुम्हारी तरह सोचता हो। तो तुम यूनिक हो, तुम अकेले हो, इसीलिए तुम खास हो।
कोई प्रोटोटाइप नहीं है
कुछ
नहीं, तरह बनने की
तुम खास हो, किसी की तरह बनने की जरूरत नहीं है। हर इंडिविजुअल एक्सेप्शनल है और ब्रिलियंट है और अपने आप में अनोखा है, एक ही पीस है वो। तो मुझे लगा हाँ यार फिर क्या है, ठीक है। मुझे एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए मैं जिस कंट्री जाता हूँ, जिस शहर जाता हूँ, वहीं का खाना खाता हूँ। मैं भारतीय खाना नहीं खोजता अगर भारत के बाहर हूँ तो मैं ड्रामा स्कूल में पढ़ता था। ड्रामा स्कूल में हमारे 20 लोग थे बैचमेट। असम की भी विद्यावती फूकन थी मेरी बैचमेट। मैं असम नहीं गया था, पर विद्यावती को देख के, विद्यावती को जान के, विनोद शर्मा था, विनोद मेरा सीनियर 1 साल, ज्योतिदा थे, तो उनके थ्रू मैं असम को देखा तो पता चला कि कितना डाइवर्स कंट्री है हमारा। 20 लोग, 20 स्टेट के 20 पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। हमें लगता था अरे यार ये तो इनका तो जीवन शैली और बात और सब अलग है। तो इसने पर्सपेक्टिव हमारा बड़ा किया। मैं भी एक साधारण से गांव से आया हुआ व्यक्ति हूँ, बहुत प्रवचन करता हूँ, ये बातें कहता हूँ, मैं भी बोर हो जाता हूँ अपनी ही बातों से कि क्या जरूरत है इतना प्रवचन करने का। बट पता नहीं आपकी बातें कुछ ऐसी हो गई कि मैं इस रूप पे आ गया।
नहीं, प्रवचन की बात नहीं, ये लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस की बात है। जिस इशू में मैं आ रहा हूँ आपके साथ कि मुझे लगता है कि इफ वी आर टू बी अ सुपर पावर, अगर हमको if we are to be one of the greatest countries in the world, which we are, तो सिर्फ आर्थिक तरीके से नहीं होगा। Not only economic, not only defense, it has to be cultural. It has to be self-pride. Do you agree with that? मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि you should be proud of what you are. You should be proud of your culture, your religion, your way of life. क्योंकि पूरी दुनिया हमको देख रही है। और मुझे लगता है कहीं ना कहीं जो मैकॉलेज चिल्ड्रन वाला कॉन्सेप्ट है कि जब भारत को दबाया गया तब हमें बोला गया कि अपनी संस्कृति भूल जाओ, संस्कृत भूल जाओ,
गड़बड़ है तुम्हारा सब कुछ गड़बड़ है। तुम सब आपने सर पता नहीं ओ माय गॉड 2 नहीं देखी होगी। ओ माय गॉड 2 एक फिल्म आई थी हमारी। उस फिल्म के क्लाइमेक्स में यही बात कहता हूँ, जो फिल्म का कंक्लूजन ये है कि जब मैकाले शिक्षा नीति बना रहे।
Welcome back. Addressing a massive crowd in Assam, Prime Minister Narendra Modi came down heavily on previous governments over disregard for our heritage. He said that those who were in power for years since independence have neglected India's sacred places of worship and looked down upon India's culture and history for political gains. The Prime Minister has also asserted that over the past decade, Indian heritage and history have been given same importance as national progress. Take a look at this report.
हमारे तीर्थ, हमारे मंदिर, हमारी आस्था के स्थान, ये सिर्फ दर्शन करने की ही स्थली है ऐसा नहीं है। ये हजारों वर्षों की हमारी सभ्यता की यात्रा की अमिट निशानियां हैं। भारत ने हर संकट का सामना करते हुए कैसे खुद को अटल रखा, ये उसकी साक्षी है। हमने देखा है कि एक समय में जो सभ्यताएं बहुत समृद्ध हुआ करती थी, आज उनके खंडहर ही बचे हैं। दुर्भाग्य से आजादी के बाद जिन्होंने लंबे समय तक देश में सरकारें चलाई, वो भी आस्था के इन पवित्र स्थानों का महत्व समझ नहीं पाए। उन्होंने राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए अपनी ही संस्कृति, अपने ही अतीत पर शर्मिंदा होने का एक ट्रेंड बना दिया था। कोई भी देश अपने अतीत को ऐसे मिटाकर, ऐसे भुलाकर, अपनी जड़ों को काटकर कभी विकसित नहीं हो सकता।
I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them. लोगों को गुस्सा होना जरूरी है।
आप बहुत प्यारे हैं, हम मेरी तरह।
मुझे लोगों ने सब कुछ कहा, आज पहली बार किसने कहा कि मैं प्यारा हूं। मगर ये मैं आपको कहता हूं कि गुस्सा नहीं आएगी तो लोग रिएक्ट नहीं करेंगे। गुस्सा आना जरूरी है। जो हमारी जनरेशन है, मैं आपसे 2-3 साल बड़ा हूं, मगर जो हमारी जनरेशन है, मुझे लगता है कि हमारे जनरेशन को बर्बाद कर दिया नेताओं ने। मंडल कमीशन के टाइम पे जिस तरह से तोड़ा गया हमारे समाज को, उसको मैंने अनुभव किया है। मैं भी एक तरह से जमीन से जुड़ा हुआ ये आदमी हूं। मैंने देखा है किस तरह से लोगों को जो कास्ट के बारे में नहीं जानते थे, हर बार आप जाति कास्ट की पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि अगर हमें आज से 10 साल में चाइना से आगे जाना है और अमेरिका के पास जाना है, तो फिर हमको पहले हमारी यंगर जनरेशन को बताना होगा कि गलतियां क्या हुई है। 1984, 1975, 1990 मंडल कमीशन, तो इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। और उसमें सिनेमा का एक रोल है। उसमें सिनेमा को आना पड़ेगा। अमेरिका में मूवीज बनती हैं, असैसिनेशंस के बारे में भी बनती है, JFK के बारे में बनी है, क्यों हम क्यों ना बनाए?
नहीं सही है, बिल्कुल। हम तो अमेरिकन फिल्में देखते ही नहीं है, मैंने एक भी नहीं देखी है।
नहीं देखी है?
कुछ मुझे पता नहीं है, हिंदी भी नहीं देखता हूँ। मैं अपना जो करता हूँ वही देखता हूँ। लोग पूछते हैं क्यों नहीं देखते, बोलते हैं हलवाई मिठाई भी बनाए खुद और खाए भी खुद, दूसरे खाए, मैं अपना भी नहीं देखता हूँ। अन्य का तो नहीं ही देखता है, क्योंकि मुझे बैठना पसंद नहीं है 2-3 घंटे टीवी या सिनेमा में। और मुझे लगता है मैं देखूंगा तो किसी की एक्टिंग से प्रभावित होने लगूंगा।
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai. Good evening, you're watching Superfast 50. I'm Suesha Sound. Beginning with the first story, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated projects worth 11,000 crore rupees in Assam today. Prime Minister said that this will strengthen connectivity of Assam and Northeast with other countries of South Asia, while also increasing employment opportunities in the tourism sector. While speaking in Assam, Prime Minister Modi said that more than 7,000 youth of Assam have left their weapons and taken pledge to work for the progress of the country. While laying the foundation stone for school buildings in Rohini, Delhi, CM Arvind Kejriwal said that he will not join the BJP and he has done nothing wrong. He further added that the Delhi government has spent 40% of its budget on schools and hospitals, but central agencies are targeting the Aam Aadmi Party.
उसके साथ भगवान होगा। ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ, मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ, हम छोड़ देंगे। मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी, कतई नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में। क्यों आ जाए बीजेपी में? नहीं आते बीजेपी में। बीजेपी में चले जाओ तो सारे खून माफ, सब। हमने कौन सा गलत काम किया? स्कूल ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, अस्पताल ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, सड़कें ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, पानी का इंतजाम कर रहे हैं, सीवर ही तो ठीक करा रहे हैं। कौन सा गलत काम किया?
Delhi Police Crime Branch officials arrived at the residence of Delhi Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Atishi to serve a notice in connection with Aam Aadmi Party's poaching allegation against the BJP. BJP MP Parvesh Verma hit out at Aam Aadmi Party's allegation that BJP is trying to buy the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs. He said that whenever any of the AAP MPs or leaders are about to go to jail or get caught in some corruption, they try to divert people's attention.
आज से पहले कई बार उन्होंने कहा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी उनकी सरकार को गिराने की कोशिश कर रही है और जो है उनके विधायकों को फोन आ रहे हैं। तो ये अपना कब होता है। उनका कोई सांसद या उनका कोई मंत्री जब अपना जेल जाने वाला होता है या वो किसी भ्रष्टाचार में आ जाते हैं तब ये हमारी जनता का ध्यान भटकाने के लिए ऐसे आरोप लगाते हैं और ये सारी बातों में कोई भी सच्चाई नहीं है।
Speaking on crime branch officials at the residence of Delhi Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Atishi, former cricketer and BJP MP Gautam Gambhir said that those who are honest do not run from anything, they fight and face the situation.
की बात कह रही हूँ और दोहरा रही हूँ, जिस तरीके से इन्फोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट हो, सीबीआई हो या इनकम टैक्स हो, तीनों के तीनों ने अपने घुटने टेक दिए हैं केंद्र सरकार के सामने। ये इंडिपेंडेंट एजेंसी इसके लिए अच्छी सौगात नहीं है।
Shiv Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi slammed BJP for harassing Aam Aadmi Party leaders while showing confidence in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. Union Minister Giriraj Singh said that there are a lot of scams in Delhi and that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has spent over 60 crore rupees only on household luxury. He added that Arvind Kejriwal must be questioned and he should face the situation.
आम से खास कैसे हो गए? 50 करोड़ का घरों में साज सज्जा में लगा रहे हैं, पर्दा 7 लाख का आ रहा है और जो वहाँ घटनाएं हुई इनको जाना चाहिए, इनको फेस करना चाहिए, भाग क्यों रहे हैं?
Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva lashed out at Arvind Kejriwal, saying that the Delhi Chief Minister has crossed all limits in speaking lies. He accused the latter of being trapped in corruption and added that investigating agencies will reveal the truth.
ये प्रेस वार्ता देखने के बाद एक चीज समझ में आती है कि जब सच जूते पहन रहा होता है तब तक एक झूठ आधी दुनिया की सैर लगा चुका होता है। वही हाल अरविंद केजरीवाल और उसकी पार्टी का है कि सिर्फ झूठ बोलना है, इसके अलावा बताने के लिए कुछ है नहीं।
Chandigarh unit of the Aam Aadmi Party protested against BJP over allegations of rigging in Chandigarh mayor election. The protesters were later detained. BJP MP KS Lakshman hailed government's decision to confer Bharat Ratna to former Deputy Prime Minister LK Advani, saying that he brought value-based politics to the party and the country. He added that Advani's Rath Yatra during the Ram Janmabhoomi movement created the wave of Hindutva. Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena has written to CM Arvind Kejriwal expressing disappointment over the pathetic state of Delhi hospitals. Rajasthan Deputy Chief Minister Diya Kumari has said that BJP will win all 25 seats in Rajasthan in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls.
निश्चित रूप से 25 सीटें हम लोग जीतेंगी और लोकसभा में भी पिछली बार से ज्यादा हमको बहुमत मिलेगी।
SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav alleged exclusion from Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, stating that his party was not extended any invite to important events. Yadav's remarks come days after Mamta Banerjee expressed similar statements over the yatra entering West Bengal.
आप भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में शामिल होंगे?
देखिए, मुश्किल तो ये है कि कई बड़े आयोजन होते हैं, बड़े कार्यक्रम होते हैं, हम लोगों को निमंत्रण ही नहीं मिलता। तो अपने आप क्या मांगे हम निमंत्रण?
आप भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में शामिल होंगे?
देखिए, मुश्किल तो ये है कि कई बड़े आयोजन होते हैं, बड़े कार्यक्रम होते हैं, हम लोगों को निमंत्रण ही नहीं मिलता। तो अपने आप क्या मांगे हम निमंत्रण?
West Bengal BJP President Sukanta Majumdar accused Mamta Banerjee of doing drama over Manrega funds issue, adding that government has lost people's support.
पैसा है ही नहीं उनके पास, तो इधर वो शराब के पैसे से पैसा जुगाड़ करना पड़ेगा या तो लॉटरी के पैसे से। अगर इससे नहीं होगा तो उससे भी ज्यादा संभव नहीं है। तो कोई सेंट्रल फंड को जैसा वो करती है उसमें तो एक्सपर्ट है। कभी हमसे एक फिल्म देखे थे बैंडिट लाइक बेगम, तो वो बैंडिट लाइक बेगम करते हैं, ऐसे बैंड कर देते हैं, इस फंड का पैसा इधर लेके जाते हैं, तो वही करेंगे। वो जनता जागृत हो चुकी है, पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता समझ चुकी है कि ममता बनर्जी क्या है, और इसके कारण जितना भी मसल पार है ममता बनर्जी का वो यूज कर ले, उनका व्यवहार कर ले, लेकिन जनता डरने वाली नहीं है। आगे आने वाले समय के ममता बनर्जी को समझा देगी कि जनता का मसल पार क्या होता है।
Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary says that Bihar is an important state of the country and his government's priority is to increase employment and establish law and order.
देखिए, देश में बिहार एक महत्वपूर्ण प्रदेश है। रोजगार और कानून का राज स्थापित करना ये प्राथमिकता है।
BJP spokesperson Pratul Deo has asserted zero tolerance against corruption ahead of Trust Vote in Jharkhand tomorrow. This comes after allegations were levelled against former Chief Minister Hemant Soren for corruption totaling 70,000 crore rupees. Jharkhand Chief Minister Champai Soren held a review meeting related to law and order and crime in state with the Chief Secretary, DGP and all other senior officials. BJP Yuva Morcha workers staged a protest outside Congress MP DK Suresh's residence in Bengaluru over his separate country remark. Protesters were later detained by the cops. VHP cadres wearing black clothes surrounding Samajwadi Party leader Swami Prasad Maurya's convoy in Kaushambi. SP leader was on his way to attend Rashtriya Bodh Mahotsav in Manjhanpur police station area. President Draupadi Murmu and Union Home Minister Amit Shah attended Commonwealth Attorneys and Solicitor General Conference at Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi. Prime Minister Modi paid tribute to meditation guru S.N. Goenka on the occasion of his birth centenary celebrations. A scuffle erupted at Pune University's Lalit Kala Kendra over a play depicting Ram Leela. Members of Akhil Bhartiya Vidyarthi Parishad objected to scenes that allegedly hurt religious sentiments. An FIR has been registered against a professor and 5 students in this case. A professor at NIT Calicut is facing charges after posting controversial remarks online for hailing Nathuram Godse. His comment, "Godse saved India," has sparked outrage and led to multiple complaints with allegations of sedition and inciting disharmony. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat attended the concluding ceremony of Akhil Bhartiya Kala Sadak Sangam in Bengaluru today. He said India is rediscovering its self-esteem years after independence. BJP National President JP Nadda offered prayers at Kangra Devi Temple in Himachal Pradesh today. During his visit, he participated in a rally and various meetings with party workers in the constituency to boost their morale. Tripura CM Manik Saha inaugurated a blood donation camp and Shishu Utsav organized by Kalyan Samiti in Agartala. CM said that such clubs build a healthy society and make significant contributions to cultural, social and sports sectors. National Investigation Agency Special Court today sentenced one more accused to rigorous imprisonment in East Champaran fake currency case. The case relates to recovery and seizure of high-quality fake Indian currency notes worth over 6 lakh rupees. Several areas of Doda district in Jammu and Kashmir were seen covered in a blanket of snow as region received heavy snowfall, turning the valley into a winter wonderland. Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant interacted with locals in an event called Janata Darshan. CM Sawant addressed public concerns at Ravindra Bhavan in Sanquelim, listening and responding to their issues.
Amity faculty have filed over 2,100 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been ranked among the top for innovation achievements.
से आपने जितनी अचीव की है लाइफ में,
नहीं बहुत ग्राउंडेड,
मुझे लगता है हमेशा ये जरूरी होता है कि आदमी ग्राउंडेड रहे। आप कैसे अपने आप को ग्राउंडेड रखते हैं?
जरूरत से ज्यादा ग्राउंडेड हूँ तो जितनी चाहिए उससे अधिक। मैं माँ बाबूजी गांव में ही रहते हैं, मैं हर चौथे महीने अपने गांव जाता हूँ, और मैं जैसे घर पहुँचता हूँ शूटिंग ख़त्म करके, मैं सिनेमा का आदमी नहीं रहता हूँ, मैं घर का एक साधारण मेंबर रहता हूँ। और क्या बताऊँ, मेरी ग्राउंडेड की अब मार्केटिंग भी होने लगी है आजकल। सहज होना, सरल होना भी बहुत, ऑर्डिनरी होना एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी हो गया है। अब मैं कई बार मुझे ही शक होता है कि मैं क्या ग्राउंडेड हूँ या कि ग्राउंडेड होने की एक्टिंग कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मार्केटिंग बहुत बड़ी हो चुकी है इसकी। हर आदमी बोलता है विनम्र है। एक पिछले दिनों इंटरव्यू कर रहे में किसी ने पूछ दिया कि भाई आप विनम्र हैं, आपके हम्बल होने का कोई फायदा उठाया याद हो? तो मैंने जवाब दिया कि भाई किसी ने मेरी विनम्रता का फायदा उठाया और मुझे याद हो, फिर काहे की विनम्रता? इसके रील्स बन गए, पॉपुलर हो गया। तो मुझे कई बार मैं अपने आप को एक्टिंग के थ्रू एक्सप्लोर करने में लगा हूं कि मैं सच में इतना हम्बल हूं, मैं जजमेंटल हूं या नहीं हूं। जैसे मैं बोला आपसे मिलना चाहता था, यानी मेरे मन, मैं उसी बीच में सोचा कि मेरे मन में इनको लेके कुछ जजमेंटल था क्या, मैं क्यों मिलना चाहता? मैंने सोचा,
मैं पूछ रहा हूं, कुछ था
नहीं था, मैंने सोचा कि ऐसा क्यों आया मेरे मन में ये थॉट। तो अभिनय एक्टिंग जो है, और मेरी बातों में सर मैं थोड़ा एक्टिंग का छात्र हूँ, एक्टिंग पे बहुत सोचता हूँ, तो कई रैंडम थॉट्स आते हैं तो मैं कहीं और की बात किसी और बात में करने लगता हूँ। ये मेरी समस्या है। क्या बोल रहा था अभी?
नहीं वही कह रहे थे अब, मैंने ग्राउंडेड की बात कही ना।
हाँ, तो मेरे को भी मालूम नहीं, मुझे लगता है मैं हूँ, और लोगों को लगता है कि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा हूँ, और ये सुन के मुझे लगता है मुझे और ज़्यादा होना चाहिए। तो फिर लगता है कि क्या मैं एक्टिंग कर रहा हूँ ग्राउंडेड होने का?
कि आप मूवी इंडस्ट्री में आपको इस तरह से रहना चाहिए, ऐसी गाड़ी में जाना चाहिए, इसे 100-200 लोगों को साथ में ले जाके, मतलब जो एक होता है ना, एक क्या बोलते हैं उसको अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं पैराफर्नालिया।
हाँ,
मतलब
जी।
एक पूरी,
मुझे पसंद नहीं है। मुझे मैं अननोन होके चलना चाहता हूँ। मैं मास्क लगाता हूँ और
Thank you for staying with Republic, and we cut across to breaking news coming in. Details of how the Uttarakhand cabinet has approved the UCC draft, and the bill that is set to be tabled in the assembly on the 6th of February. A green signal that has been given in the UCC meeting that just took place, and the cabinet has approved the draft of UCC, the bill that will be placed in the assembly on the 6th of February. You would remember how on the 2nd of February, the drafting committee had submitted the draft to the government. And now in the very latest, we are learning that UCC could be implemented in Uttarakhand soon, as a green signal has been given to UCC in that meeting, where the cabinet has approved the draft of Uniform Civil Code. You would remember how Chief Minister Dhami had earlier made a statement that UCC will soon become a reality in Uttarakhand, and now as the state heads in that direction, the bill will be placed in the assembly on the 6th of February, that is 2 days from now. It was on the 2nd when the drafting committee had submitted the draft to the government, and now we are learning that the bill will be tabled in the assembly on the 6th of February. The cabinet has approved the draft of UCC, and a green signal that has been given to Uniform Civil Code in this meeting, that is likely to soon become a reality in Uttarakhand, as Uniform Civil Code could be implemented. We'll try and get in touch with Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor to give us more details of what was discussed in this meeting, as the intent of the government in Uttarakhand has been very clear, that they want to fasten the process when it comes to Uniform Civil Code and want to soon make it a reality, as they want it implemented in the state. And this is the latest development that is just coming in, as a green signal was given to Uniform Civil Code in the meeting, In fact, the cabinet approved the draft of UCC, and the bill will be tabled in the assembly on the 6th of February. Now, again, for our viewers just tuning in, it was on the 2nd of February when the drafting committee had submitted the draft to the government. And in this meeting, as UCC draft does get a nod, Madhurima is with us on the phone line to tell us more on the same. Over to you, Madhurima. All right, we'll try and get you details on this in a short while from now. For the moment, we shift our focus as Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath congratulated veteran leader Lakshmi Kant Advani on receiving the Bharat Ratna award. He stated that the conferment of the Bharat Ratna to Advani was the best decision considering the fact that he is a founding member of the world's largest party. The award is a tribute to the decades of service he has dedicated to public life. Yogi also stated that Advani is an inspiration for millions of party workers and expressed his gratitude to PM Modi for the announcement of the award. Here's a report.
दुनिया के सबसे बड़े राजनीतिक दल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के संस्थापक सदस्य, कोटि कोटि कार्यकर्ताओं के प्रेरणा स्रोत, देश के पूर्व उप प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय श्री लालकृष्ण आडवाणी जी को भारत रत्न से सम्मानित किए जाने का निर्णय अत्यंत अभिनंदनीय है। सार्वजनिक जीवन के दशकों की सेवा, प्रतिबद्धता और राष्ट्र की अखंडता के प्रति अटूट निष्ठा, राजनीतिक जीवन में शुचिता व नैतिकता के उच्च मानक स्थापित करने वाले उनके अद्वितीय प्रयासों का यह भारत रत्न सम्मान उनकी उल्लेखनीय सेवाओं को सम्मान प्रदान करने वाला है।
West Bengal BJP President Sukanta Majumdar accused Mamata Banerjee of doing drama over Manrega funds, adding that her government had lost faith in people.
पैसा कहाँ से देगा? पैसा है ही नहीं उनके पास। तो इधर वो शराब के पैसे से पैसा जुगाड़ करना पड़ेगा या तो लॉटरी के पैसे से। अगर इससे नहीं होगा तो उससे भी ज्यादा संभव नहीं है। तो कोई सेंट्रल फंड को जैसा वो करती है उसमें तो एक्सपर्ट है। कभी हमसे एक फिल्म देखे थे, बैंडिट लाइक बेकम, तो वो बैंडिट लाइक बेकम करते हैं, ऐसे बैंड कर देते हैं, इस फंड का पैसा इधर लेके जाते हैं, तो वही करेंगे। वो जनता जागृत हो चुकी है, पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता समझ चुकी है कि ममता बनर्जी क्या है, और इसके कारण जितना भी मसल पार है ममता बनर्जी का वो यूज कर ले, उनका व्यवहार कर ले, लेकिन जनता डरने वाली नहीं है। आगे आने वाले समय के ममता बनर्जी को समझा देगी कि जनता का मसल पार क्या हो।
Jharkhand CM Champai Soren held a review meeting related to law and order and crime in the state with Chief Secretary, DGP and other senior officials. Laying the foundation stone of school buildings in Rohini, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said that he will not join the BJP and he's done nothing wrong.
उसके साथ भगवान हो रहा है। ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला, और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ, मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ, हम छोड़ देंगे। मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में, कतई नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में। क्यों आ जाए बीजेपी में? नहीं आते बीजेपी में। बीजेपी में चले जाओ तो सारे खून माफ सब। हमने कौन सा गलत काम किया? स्कूल ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, अस्पताल ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, सड़कें ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, पानी का इंतजाम कर रहे हैं, सीवर ही तो ठीक करा रहे हैं। कौन सा गलत काम किया?
BJP MP Parvesh Verma hit out at Aam Aadmi Party's allegation that BJP is trying to buy up MLAs. He said that whenever any of their MPs or leaders are about to go to jail or get caught in some corruption, then they try and divert people's attention.
आज से पहले कई बार उन्होंने कहा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी उनकी सरकार को गिराने की कोशिश कर रही है और जो है उनके विधायकों को फ़ोन आ रहे हैं। तो ये अपना कब कब होता है? उनका कोई सांसद या उनका कोई मंत्री जब अपना जेल जाने वाला होता है या वो किसी भ्रष्टाचार में आ जाते हैं, तब ये हमारी जनता का ध्यान भटकाने के लिए ऐसे आरोप लगाते हैं और ये सारी बातों में कोई भी सच्चाई नहीं है।
Speaking on crime branch officials at the residence of Aam Aadmi Party leader Akhilesh, former cricketer Gautam Gambhir said that those who are honest do not run from anything, they fight and face the situation.
देखिए, मेरे पास बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ बोलने को है नहीं। मेरा हमेशा एक ही चीज़ पे विश्वास रहता है, जो सच्चे होते हैं, जो ईमानदार होते हैं, वो किसी चीज़ से भागते नहीं, वो लड़ते हैं, वो सामना करते हैं किसी भी परिस्थिति में। जो भागने वाले लोग हैं, उससे वो दर्शाता है कि आपकी किस तरीके की सोच है, क्योंकि जो सच्चा है उसको किस चीज़ का डर है, और जो सच्चा होता है वो डरता नहीं है, वो लड़ता है।
Rajasthan Deputy Chief Minister Diya Kumari has said that BJP will win all the 25 seats in Rajasthan in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls.
निश्चित रूप से 25 सीटें हम लोग जीतेंगे और लोकसभा में भी पिछली बार से ज्यादा हमको बहुमत मिलेगा।
Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary said that Bihar is an important state of the country and his government's priority is to increase employment and establish law and order.
देखिए, देश में बिहार एक महत्वपूर्ण प्रदेश है। रोजगार और कानून का राज स्थापित करना ये प्राथमिकता है।
BJP National President JP Nadda offered prayers at Kangra Devi Temple in Kangra today. Time now for a short commercial break. On the other side, we get you details as JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad are now en route Ranchi ahead of the mega Monday floor test.
ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ, मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ, हम छोड़ देंगे। मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में।
Facing ED action in Liquorgate, Kejriwal repeats poaching by BJP claim.
मुझे मतलब बहुत दिनों से एक तरह से आशा थी कि आपसे मिलूंगा और आपको कहूंगा दैट आई एम अ डीप एडमायरर ऑफ योर फिल्म्स, योर आर्ट, योर पर्सनालिटी एंड योर एक्टिंग स्टाइल।
थैंक यू सो मच।
मुझे तो लगता है दैट यू आर अ जैसे मैंने कहा फ्यूचर लेजेंड। मतलब आपने पूरे जो हमारी एक तरह से परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स और सिनेमा इंडस्ट्री, ओटीटी की डायरेक्शन आपने चेंज कर दी है और आपके सफलता के कारण आज बहुत ऐसे टैलेंट सामने आए हैं पिछले 5-6 साल में जो शायद पहले रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं होते। कि सब लोग कहते हैं कि ही कुड बी द नेक्स्ट पंकज त्रिपाठी। सो पीपल आर लुकिंग फॉर टैलेंट लाइक दैट। सो व्हाट डू यू फील? डू यू आल्सो फील जब आपने अपने करियर को देखना है पिछले 10 साल स्पेशली
जी,
तो कोई टर्निंग पॉइंट आपको याद आता होगी?
यस, टर्निंग पॉइंट मेरे ख्याल से पहले तो थैंक यू, आपने इतना अच्छा इंट्रोडक्शन दिया और मैं आपको पास से देखना चाहता था। मेरी इच्छा थी क्योंकि मैं टीवी में देखा था तो मुझे लगा था कि देखूं, और इस इंटरव्यू के पहले मैं 5 मिनट मिला हूं आपसे, तो मुझे वो व्यक्ति नहीं मिला जो टीवी में दिखा था। तो खैर यस, ओटीटी आने के बाद से खास करके मेरे कैरियर में बदलाव हुआ। जब इंडिया में 16-17 में ओटीटी आ रहा था, एक फिल्म आई थी न्यूटन जिसके लिए नेशनल अवार्ड मिला मुझे पहली बार। तो वो फिल्म हुई थी छोटी रिलीज बट बॉक्स ऑफिस पे चल गई और बड़ी उसके साथ कुछ बड़ी फिल्म को पछाड़ के ज़्यादा दिन चली गई। फिर ऑस्कर के लिए इंडियन एंट्री भेज दी गई। वो उससे थोड़ा सा चर्चा हुआ था, बट OTT आने के बाद से।
किस साल की बात है न्यूटन?
2017।
एक स्कूल टीचर
नहीं, चुनाव कराने
वाले
नक्सल इलाके में इलेक्शन कराने जाते हैं
एरिया में जो
यस, और CRPF कमांडेंट हूँ मैं।
परफेक्ट याद है मुझे।
तो वो फिल्म चल गई और सराहा गया, और सेम टाइम OTT इंडिया में आ चुके थे मिर्जापुर प्राइम वीडियो पे, और सेक्रेट गेम उधर चल रहा था। तो OTT इंटरनेट के आने से स्क्रीन ज़्यादा डेमोक्रेटिक हो गया। पहले स्क्रीन सिनेमा हॉल था, फिर स्क्रीन घर का TV स्क्रीन था जो मेन लिविंग एरिया में रहेगा। अब ये
This is Republic Niva Bhupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra. Hello, a very warm welcome. You're watching Republic TV. I am Rakshita Mishra with you. Let's get started with all the top stories that are making headlines at this hour. JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad are now en route Ranchi ahead of the mega Monday floor test. Resort politics spills to Bihar. 20 Congress leaders head to Hyderabad ahead of Bihar floor test.
ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ, मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ, हम छोड़ देंगे। मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी।
Facing ED action in liquor gate, Kejriwal repeats poaching by BJP claim. INDI completely falls apart. Sources say Congress eyeing all 5 states in Jammu and Kashmir. Uttarakhand cabinet approves UCC draft bill to be placed in assembly on the 6th of February. And Supreme Court to hear plea seeking ASI survey at the sealed area of Wazukhana at the Gyanvapi complex. And as the Jharkhand political thriller continues, JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad as Champai Soren was sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Jharkhand are now, of course, coming back to Ranchi, and the development comes just a day ahead of the mega floor test in Jharkhand Assembly. And in the latest, Champai Soren spoke to the DGP and gave instructions regarding the security of the MLAs coming from Hyderabad. MLAs will be taken under security cover from the airport to the circuit house, and what we understand is that they will remain in the circuit house until they are moved to prove majority.
The courts intervened and removed those doubts. CM has been allowed to vote. We had sufficient numbers, quite cushioned number, in fact more than the majority. People who are angry have also realized that it will be a mistake, it will be a mandate against the democracy. Therefore we are all intact. We did not need to come. We came because BJP was still trying to break us. Not by giving us money, it was not lucre money or or some kind of greed. It was the fear. It was the threat of ED, CBI, income tax. It was unnecessary haunting of MLAs, public representatives. What they are trying to do, they are trying to break every opposition state. So one had to do this. You'll have to say it's a fight for constitution. It's a fight for democracy.
Sir, after Jharkhand now, Patna MLAs are coming to Hyderabad, sir. We have confirmed news about
because
that.
The government has not had a
20 MLAs are landing.
They have not had a floor test.
Yeah.
And both sides are fighting.
Yeah.
When the government decides to fight the undemocratic way, the opposition has a right to fight it.
Yes.
So
you'll form the government tomorrow?
There's no doubt we'll not only form the government, we'll run the government fully, and we'll come back with majority. Now that the people are on our side, they've seen the naked dance of power and money.
Thank you very much.
And now, under scanner for Liquorgate, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has launched a fresh attack on the BJP. He now says that the BJP is asking him to join the party in order to be spared. This comes after the Delhi Crime Branch issued a notice to him and Delhi Minister Atishi to submit proof of their poaching allegations. More about the face-off in this report.
The Aam Aadmi Party is repeating its poaching charge against BJP. On the 27th of January, Minister Atishi accused the BJP of poaching at least 7 AAP MLAs by offering 25 crore rupees each.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी आम आदमी पार्टी की चुनी हुई सरकार को गिराने की कोशिश कर रही है। पिछले कुछ दिनों में आम आदमी पार्टी के 7 विधायकों को भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने संपर्क किया है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हमारे इन 7 विधायकों को 25-25 करोड़ रुपए का ऑफर दिया आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़कर भारतीय जनता पार्टी में आने के लिए।
In a fresh attack, AAP chief Arvind Kejriwal claimed he is being enticed to join the BJP.
ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ। मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ, हम छोड़ देंगे। मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में, कतई नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में। क्यों आ जाएं बीजेपी में? नहीं आते बीजेपी में। बीजेपी में चले जाओ तो सारे खून माफ सब।
Kejriwal said this after the Delhi Police Crime Branch sent notice to him and Atishi.
तो कल आए क्राइम ब्रांच वाले 3-4 घंटे की इस नौटंकी के बाद मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को एक नोटिस देके गए। आज सुबह भी मेरे घर आकर भी 2-3 घंटे की नौटंकी के बाद एक ये नोटिस देके गए। अब ये नोटिस भी मजेदार है। ये नोटिस ना तो एफआईआर है, ना ये किसी प्रकार का समन्स है, ना इसमें आईपीसी की कोई धारा, ना इसमें सीआरपीसी की कोई धारा, ना इसमें पीएमएलए की कोई धारा, ना इसमें प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन एक्ट की कोई धारा।
BJP has slammed the Aam Aadmi Party.
माननीय मंत्री आतिशी जी और आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भाजपा पे बेबुनियाद और झूठे आरोप लगाए, लेकिन बहुत संगीन आरोप लगाए कि आम आदमी पार्टी के एमएलएस को खरीदने का प्रयास हो रहा है। बहुत स्वाभाविक सी बात है कि अब पुलिस जांच करेगी। केजरीवाल जी स्वयं भी एक सरकारी अफसर रह चुके हैं, वो भी जानते हैं कि कानूनी प्रक्रिया के तहत जिस व्यक्ति पर नोटिस इशू हुआ है उसी के हाथ में पर्सनली वो नोटिस थमाया जाता है। लेकिन एक बार फिर जांच में अवरोध डाला आम आदमी पार्टी के लीडर्स ने।
आज की प्रेस वार्ता देखने के बाद एक चीज समझ में आती है कि जब सच जूते पहन रहा होता है तब तक एक झूठ आधी दुनिया की सैर लगा चुका होता है। तो वही हाल अरविंद केजरीवाल और उसकी पार्टी का है। चेहरे की हवाइयां उड़ी हुई हैं क्योंकि आप झूठ बोल रहे हैं।
केजरीवाल जी और आतिशी जी ने आरोप लगाया कि बहुत पैसे दिए गए और वहाँ चंडीगढ़ में जो मेयर का चुनाव है उसमें बड़ी मात्रा में पैसे दिए गए हैं। अब उस पर पुलिस जांच कर रही है। आरोप लगाने के बाद उस जांच के ऊपर में कुछ कहना नहीं चाहते, भाग रहे हैं, समझ नहीं ले रहे हैं, बता नहीं रहे पुलिस को।
देखिए, झूठ बोला है तो उसका जवाब तो देना पड़ेगा, चाहे वो आतिशी हो चाहे वो अरविंद केजरीवाल हो। जिस प्रकार से आपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर आतिशी जी ने भी और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भी आरोप लगाया कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग आम आदमी पार्टी के एमएलए को खरीदना चाहते हैं और लोटस 2 करना चाहते हैं। तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का हर व्यक्ति एक बात पूछ रहा है आपसे कि ऐसे व्यक्ति कौन से एमएलए हैं जो आप कह रहे हो खरीदना चाहते हैं, उनके नाम बताइए।
The crime branch has asked Kejriwal and Atishi to respond by the 5th of Feb. The question remains, will Kejriwal and Atishi respond to the notice and furnish proof of their allegations against the BJP? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Bureau Report. Now, the Congress and PDP are struggling over seat sharing in Jammu and Kashmir for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. And the tussle, of course, continues. After the Congress's 2019 performance in Rajouri, the party's members are now showing eagerness to contest not only Anantnag, but also in Srinagar and Baramulla seats. But the National Conference is rejecting the Congress claim over the Rajouri-Anantnag seat, saying that the votes were due to NC's unconditional support. With no headway inside, signs are pointing to the collapse of the India alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. Watch this report for more.
With Mamta, Kejriwal, Akhilesh already expressing dissatisfaction with Congress, trouble is now mounting for the India alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. The Congress National Conference deadlock over seat sharing continues.
Ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, the India alliance is falling apart in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir as well. The Congress party is trying to mount the pressure on the National Conference and PDP by saying that it is the expectations of the workers that they should go and contest in the Kashmir Valley as well. While the National Conference has made it amply clear that they have won 3 seats in the Kashmir Valley and they want that their candidates should contest this time also.
Desperate, the Congress is exerting pressure on the National Conference and the PDP.
कांग्रेस हाईकमान जो करेगी उस पर सब सहमत होंगे। ख्वाहिशात ज़रूर हैं जम्मू के वर्कर्स की, लोगों की, वोटर्स की, कश्मीर के भी। कांग्रेस पार्टी का अच्छा वजूद कश्मीर में भी है और राहुल गांधी जी की यात्रा में आपने देखा किस किस का रिस्पांस जो है, लाखों लोग सड़कों पे थे कश्मीर के अंदर। आज ये महसूस करते हैं लोग के जो जिस तरह की सरकार और नीतियाँ चल रही हैं, कांग्रेस पार्टी ही सेकुलरिज्म और भाईचारे का और नफरत के खिलाफ लड़ रही है। आज भी राहुल गांधी चल रहे हैं, लेकिन गठबंधन में तालमेल चल रहा है।
जहां तक राजौरी पुंछ की बात करूं तो जो वोट उस वक्त कांग्रेस को आया था वो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का वोट था, क्योंकि हमने उस वक्त कांग्रेस को समर्थन दिया था जम्मू पुंछ लोकसभा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से। और आप देख लीजिए कि जम्मू पुंछ लोकसभा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी की अगर मैं बात करूं और खासकर राजौरी पुंछ का जो इलाका है वो हमेशा से नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रोल रहा है। और मुझे लगता है क्योंकि आप जब राजौरी पुंछ जो है वो अनंतनाग के साथ उसको मिला दिया गया है और हम उन 3 सीट्स पे दोबारा से जो है चुनाव लड़े, हमारे कैंडिडेट्स उतरे। बाकी जो बची हुई सीट्स हैं उन पे क्या फैसला होता है वो तभी मुमकिन हो जाएगा जब हमारी जो है टॉक्स जो है फाइनल स्टेज पे पहुंचेगी।
The BJP meanwhile is attacking the Indy bloc at every turn.
India alliance is a non-starter. It never took any formal shape and it is already falling apart. Trinamool Congress leader Ms. Mamta Banerjee clearly said she is not going to join the yatra. She did not join it. Akhilesh Yadav ji has said he is not been invited to the yatra. He is not going to go to Rahul ji's yatra. There is already in different states a fight in terms of what are the expectations on seats. So the Congress party has its own vision about the India alliance and about their leader Rahul Gandhi ji. The allies seem to think differently.
With no headway in seat sharing, all signs are now pointing to the collapse of India alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Addressing a massive crowd in Assam, Prime Minister Narendra Modi came down heavily on the previous governments over the disregard for India's heritage. Prime Minister Modi said that those who were in power for years since independence have neglected India's sacred places of worship and looked down upon India's culture and history for political gains. Prime Minister also asserted that over the past decade, Indian heritage and history have been given the same importance as national progress. Take a look at this report for more.
हमारे तीर्थ, हमारे मंदिर, हमारी आस्था के स्थान, ये सिर्फ दर्शन करने की ही स्थली है ऐसा नहीं है। ये हजारों वर्षों की हमारी सभ्यता की यात्रा की अमिट निशानियां हैं। भारत ने हर संकट का सामना करते हुए कैसे खुद को अटल रखा, ये उसकी साक्षी है। हमने देखा है कि एक समय में जो सभ्यताएं बहुत समृद्ध हुआ करती थी, आज उनके खंडहर ही बचे हैं। दुर्भाग्य से आजादी के बाद जिन्होंने लंबे समय तक देश में सरकारें चलाई, वो भी आस्था के इन पवित्र स्थानों का महत्व समझ नहीं पाए। उन्होंने राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए अपनी ही संस्कृति, अपने ही अतीत पर शर्मिंदा होने का एक ट्रेंड बना दिया था। कोई भी देश अपने अतीत को ऐसे मिटाकर, ऐसे भुलाकर, अपनी जड़ों को काटकर कभी विकसित नहीं हो सकता।
Now, Congress MP D.K. Suresh's secessionist remarks have caused a political uproar, leading to face-off between BJP protesters and the police outside Suresh's residence in Bengaluru. The incident comes days after the Congress MP struck a discordant note in his reaction to the interim budget, demanding a separate state for South India. Here's a report.
Days after Lok Sabha MP D.K. Suresh's call for a separate country for South India, BJP cadres staged a protest outside the Congress MP's residence in Bengaluru, chanting "Down, down D.K. Suresh." Hours after the interim budget was presented on the 1st of February, D.K. Suresh stoked controversy.
ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದ ಕಡೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಹಂಚ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಖಂಡಿಸಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಬೇಡಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಇಡಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಹಿಂದಿ ಪ್ರದೇಶದವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
The statement has triggered an escalating political face-off.
इन लोगों ने किसी ने भी डीके सुरेश के इस असंवैधानिक टिप्पणी का विरोध नहीं किया है. All the leaders of the so-called India Gathbandhan are maintaining a conspicuous silence on this utterly shameful, irresponsible and unconstitutional comment of the Congress MP from Karnataka, Mr. D.K. Suresh.
Today under Rahul Gandhi, he sets out to doing these Jodo Yatra so-called, and at the same time that he tries to fool people about his Jodo Yatra, you have leaders, senior leaders. D.K. Suresh, by the way, is one of the few MPs that they have in Karnataka. Senior leaders like that talking about dividing India.
देश का विभाजन लेकर कांग्रेस का ये परंपरा अभी भी बरकरार है. कांग्रेस पार्टी इस विषय में मैं मांगता हूं स्पष्टीकरण करना चाहिए, देश से माफी मांगना चाहिए और संविधान का जो आशय का है ये घोर अपमान किया है.
Meanwhile, D.K. Suresh maintains that his statement is being unnecessarily politicized.
This is diversionary. This is diversionary. We need to address this question of whether this country can be divided, even as a wishful thinking by a member in the Lok Sabha. Can any member here talk of anything else more important than that?
BJP is trying to politicalize what he said, that what injustice has been done to the state of Karnataka and southern part of India. He has just explained this is the thinking will occur in the future if they are trying to destabilize or if they try to show a different type of treatment to the South India. That is what he has occurred. He has not said. He said that he's an Indian and a born Indian. He will fight as an Indian.
The unrest surrounding the Congress MP statement is now escalating into violence. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
In some more news, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated development projects worth nearly 11,600 crore rupees for Assam. Now, he addressed a roadshow too in Guwahati on Sunday.
पहले यहाँ 11,000 करोड़ रुपयों के प्रोजेक्ट का शिलान्यास और लोकार्पण हुआ है। ये सारे प्रोजेक्ट असम और नॉर्थ ईस्ट के साथ ही दक्षिण एशिया के दूसरे देशों के साथ इस क्षेत्र की कनेक्टिविटी को और मजबूत करेंगे।
Telangana police busted a counterfeit currency circulating racket and arrested 2 people. They have been sent to judicial remand in connection with the case. Police seized 810 fake 500 rupee notes which were intended to be circulated. Printer, scanner, other things also seized. And Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar marked World Cancer Day by inaugurating a cancer unit at the Medanta Hospital in Patna. Event signified his commitment to addressing cancer care in treatment. The mortal remains of CRPF Jawan Girish Babu, who lost his life in an Naxal attack in Chhattisgarh's Dantewada, reached his native place in Etawah. Four people were killed, one reportedly injured after a car met with an accident on the Jammu-Udhampur highway in Udhampur district. Injured individuals have been shifted to hospital, further probe underway. Time for a short break, viewers. On the other side, resort politics spills to Bihar. 20 Congress leaders head to Hyderabad ahead of the Bihar floor test. And Uttarakhand cabinet approves the UCC draft bill to be placed in assembly on the 6th of February.
Amity faculty have filed over 2,100 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been ranked among the top for innovation achievements.
I think it's the best time that has been chosen, and we cannot stop anymore. The temple construction will keep happening. It may take several more months to finish, or maybe years. But what is now available, what is ready, we should just go on.
Gurudev, are the Muslims a part of this celebration? You know, we are just days away from the Pran Pratishtha of the Bhavya Ram Mandir. And I remember that in 2018, we were covering very closely what you were doing. And I must say today to all the viewers that it's not just the court verdict. It's also, viewers, we must understand there was a setting, there was a mood setting which happened. And the process of reconciliation happened before the court order, when Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar sat with all the representatives of both the sides. I remember he had sat and he even told, there were 12 trunks which were given full of documents to the Chief Justice of India at that point of time. Gurudev was part of the negotiation which went on with both sides. Gurudev, at that time you had said that India will turn into another Syria if this dispute is not resolved. I remember you also said that we can't make Lord Ram to be born in another place, while you were saying why the Hindus should be given the site. My direct question to you is, one, have Muslims actually accepted the reality? B, what is your sense of the Muslim community? Are they truly part of this celebration, or is there a feeling of angst inside them about the Ram temple today?
As far as I know, today there is very good feelings even among the Muslims. I don't see there is any such bickering. When I went and met about 1,200 imams and other religious leaders throughout the country during the mediation time, I tell you, except 2 or 3, everyone was willing to be part of this. Everyone was willing for a peaceful and happy settlement. Nobody wants to carry this on further anymore. Their only concern was, it should not become a precedence for 3,000 other mosques. So that was their concern and worry. And a second thing was that except just couple of lawyers and a few people, most of them were willing to come to the settlement. And many of them have written, given in writing that they are ready to be part of peaceful settlement.
But what is this?
In fact, Arnab, that nobody wanted 5 acres in Muslim.
Now, the Supreme Court on Monday is also set to hear a crucial petition from the Hindu side in connection with the Gyanvapi complex. The petitioners seek an ASI survey in the sealed area of the Wazukhana. This comes after a big victory for the Hindu side when a district court ordered the administration to remove the barricades, allowing the Hindus, the devotees, to offer prayers in the basement, that is the Vyasjiga Tehkhana, and install idols of the deities, as an order since upheld by the Allahabad High Court. More about the latest developments in this report.
The Gyanvapi case is reaching a crucial juncture. And all eyes are on the Supreme Court, which will hear a petition from the Hindu side. The Hindu side is demanding an ASI survey in the sealed portions of the Wazukhana and 10 basements in the Gyanvapi complex. The SC will also hear the demand for a survey of the pillars mentioned in the now released ASI report. A Varanasi district court allowed the Hindu side to offer prayers in the basement and conduct rituals after 30 years. The legal tussle for Gyanvapi began in 2021. And now, 3 years later, after multiple ASI surveys and court hearings, the Hindu side has claimed a monumental victory in the case.
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं, जो जस्टिस के.एम. पांडे ने राम मंदिर में 1 फरवरी 1986 को ताला खोलने का आदेश दिया था, मैं आज के इस ऑर्डर को उसी की तुलना में देखता हूं। ये इस केस का टर्निंग पॉइंट है, बहुत ऐतिहासिक ऑर्डर है, और जो एक सरकार ने अपनी पावर का दुरुपयोग करते हुए हिंदू समाज की पूजा पाठ रोकी थी, आज कोर्ट ने उसको अपनी कलम से रेक्टिफाई किया है।
Immediately the Muslim side challenged the order but did not get any relief from the Allahabad High Court.
इंडिया का जुडिशियल सिस्टम ये इसके ऊपर बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क आ गया है। तो एक पार्टी का तो पूरा हक मारा गया, कहाँ जाएंगे, किसके पास जाएंगे, कहाँ रोएंगे?
A jubilant Hindu side is immersed in celebration and devotion, whereas the Muslim side is questioning the judiciary. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath congratulated veteran leader L.K. Advani on receiving the Bharat Ratna award. He said that the conferment of the Bharat Ratna to Advani was the best decision, considering the fact that he is a founding member of the world's largest party. The award, he says, is a tribute to the decades of service Advani has dedicated to public life. He also went on to say that Advani is an inspiration for millions of party workers and expressed his gratitude to Prime Minister Modi for the announcement of this award.
दुनिया के सबसे बड़े राजनीतिक दल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के संस्थापक सदस्य, कोटि कोटि कार्यकर्ताओं के प्रेरणा स्रोत, देश के पूर्व उप प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय श्री लालकृष्ण आडवाणी जी को भारत रत्न से सम्मानित किए जाने का निर्णय अत्यंत अभिनंदनीय है। सार्वजनिक जीवन के दशकों की सेवा, प्रतिबद्धता और राष्ट्र की अखंडता के प्रति अटूट निष्ठा, राजनीतिक जीवन में शुचिता व नैतिकता के उच्च मानक स्थापित करने वाले उनके अद्वितीय प्रयासों का यह भारत रत्न सम्मान उनकी उल्लेखनीय सेवाओं को सम्मान प्रदान करने वाला है।
Amity faculty have filed over 2100 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been ranked among the top for innovation achievements.
समय बदला, कहानियां बदली। अब मैं जब जिस दुनिया से आता हूं, मैं कभी सर एक दिन भी मैंने प्रिटेंड होने की और किसी और कॉम्प्लेक्स में नहीं पड़ा कि नहीं यार मुझे ये आनी चाहिए। मुझे लगा मैं इस जो हूं वही हूं और मैं इसी तरीके से रहूंगा और मैं इसको बहुत ही प्राइड और प्राउड के साथ प्रेजेंट करूंगा।
कभी लगा कि चेंज करूंगा तो ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल बनूंगा?
चेंज करूंगा तो बिखर जाऊंगा, सक्सेसफुल नहीं बनूंगा। पता नहीं कौन,
इसको एक्सप्लेन कीजिए सर।
किस टीचर ने आके मेरे को ये डाल दिया था कि जो संसार में जितने लोग हैं, करोड़ों लोग हैं, तुम सिर्फ अकेले हो। तुम्हारी जैसी मिलता जुलता होगा पर तुम्हारे जैसा कोई व्यक्ति नहीं है। ये भी पॉसिबल है कि तुम्हारे विचार का कोई दूसरा व्यक्ति ना मिले हूबहू, जो जिसका सॉफ्टवेयर तुम्हारी तरह सोचता हो। तुम यूनिक हो, तुम अकेले हो, इसीलिए तुम खास हो।
कोई प्रोटोटाइप नहीं है
कुछ
नहीं, तरह बनने की
तुम खास हो, किसी की तरह बनने की जरूरत नहीं है। हर इंडिविजुअल एक्सेप्शनल है और ब्रिलियंट है और अपने आप में अनोखा है, एक ही पीस है वो। तो मुझे लगा हाँ यार फिर क्या है, ठीक है। मुझे एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए मैं जिस कंट्री जाता हूँ, जिस शहर जाता हूँ, वहीं का खाना खाता हूँ। मैं भारतीय खाना नहीं खोजता अगर भारत के बाहर हूँ तो मैं ड्रामा स्कूल में पढ़ता था। ड्रामा स्कूल में हमारे 20 लोग थे बैचमेट। असम की भी विद्यावती फूकन थी मेरी बैचमेट। मैं असम नहीं गया था, पर विद्यावती को देख के, विद्यावती को जान के, विनोद शर्मा था, विनोद मेरा सीनियर 1 साल, ज्योतिदा थे, तो उनके थ्रू मैं असम को देखा तो पता चला कि कितना डाइवर्स कंट्री है हमारा। 20 लोग, 20 स्टेट के 20 पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। हमें लगता था अरे यार ये तो इनका तो जीवन शैली और बात और सब अलग है। तो इसने पर्सपेक्टिव हमारा बड़ा किया। मैं भी एक साधारण से गांव से आया हुआ व्यक्ति हूँ, बहुत प्रवचन करता हूँ, ये बातें कहता हूँ, मैं भी बोर हो जाता हूँ अपनी ही बातों से कि क्या जरूरत है इतना प्रवचन करने का। बट पता नहीं आपकी बातें कुछ ऐसी हो गई कि मैं इस रूप पे आ गया।
नहीं, प्रवचन की बात नहीं, ये लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस की बात है। जिस इशू में मैं आ रहा हूँ आपके साथ कि मैं बस, मुझे लगता है कि इफ वी आर टू बी अ सुपर
Good evening and thank you for tuning in. I'm Suesha Sam to get you all the top stories making news. First, a quick check of the headlines we are tracking at this hour. JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad are now en route Ranchi ahead of the mega Monday floor test. Resort politics spills to Bihar. 20 Congress leaders head to Hyderabad ahead of Bihar floor test.
ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ, मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ हम छोड़ देंगे, मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी।
Facing ED action in liquor gate, Kejriwal repeats poaching by BJP claim. INDI completely falls apart. Sources say Congress eyeing all 5 seats in Jammu and Kashmir. Uttarakhand cabinet approves UCC draft bill to be placed in assembly on the 6th of February. Supreme Court to hear plea seeking ASI survey at sealed area of Bazukhana at Gyanvapi complex. And first up, we get you details as the Uttarakhand cabinet has approved the Uniform Civil Code draft and the bill that is set to be tabled in the assembly on the 6th of February. The Uttarakhand government that had made its intention amply clear and work was continuing on the UCC draft. In the very latest that we are learning, the Uttarakhand cabinet has approved the UCC draft and the bill will be tabled in the assembly on the 6th of February. This is one step further as far as UCC being implemented in Uttarakhand is concerned. Republic was the first channel to get you details of a green signal being given to Uniform Civil Code in the meeting that was conducted. Those are the pictures on your screens and how the cabinet had approved the draft of UCC. Let me straight away cut across to Madhurima, who is with us on the phone line. Madhurima, details of what transpired in that meeting and how soon can we expect UCC to be implemented in Uttarakhand? All right, not too sure if Madhurima is still connected with us, but these are the details we are just bringing for you as the Uttarakhand cabinet has approved the UCC draft. In fact, it is all set to be tabled in the Uttarakhand assembly on the 6th of February. UCC draft that has gotten the Uttarakhand cabinet's approval on the eve of special assembly session. The final draft of Uniform Civil Code that was approved by Uttarakhand cabinet, paving the way for its tabling in the State Assembly, whose special 4-day session begins on the 5th of February. These are details that are just coming in as the cabinet passed the UCC draft at a meeting chaired by Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami at his official residence on the 4th of February this evening. And the final draft of UCC, running into 740 pages in 4 volumes, that was submitted to Dhami by a 5-member panel headed by retired Judge of Supreme Court Ranjana Prakash Desai. Let me cut across to Madhurima, who is with us on the phone line. Madhurima, details of what we know of what all are the objective points in this draft, how soon can it be implemented in Uttarakhand, and what's the next step?
Assembly that will begin from tomorrow and will last for 4 days, and specifically after the nod that has been given through the draft that was presented to Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami on February 4th, it's a positive, it's a positive step.
All right, not too sure if Madhurima is still connected with us, but these are the details coming in. Special session of the Assembly that has been convened especially to pass the legislation on UCC, the approval by the State Cabinet that was necessary for its introduction in the House. And as we understand that the final draft of UCC, running into 740 pages in 4 volumes, was submitted to Pushkar Singh Dhami on the 2nd of February by a 5-member panel headed by retired Judge of the Supreme Court Ranjana Prakash Desai. The cabinet has passed UCC draft at a meeting chaired by Pushkar Singh Dhami at his official residence this evening. The final draft of UCC that has been approved by the Uttarakhand cabinet, paving the way for its tabling in the State Assembly during the 4-day special session that begins tomorrow. Aishwarya Kapoor, Executive Editor Politics, with us on the phone line to give us details of this meeting and what lies ahead with regards to UCC in Uttarakhand. Over to you, Aishwarya.
Absolutely. At this point of time, what's happening is that just few minutes prior, the Uttarakhand cabinet, under the leadership of the Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami, has just approved the report which was submitted to them by the committee, about which you just gave details. What we are being told that the government is going to incorporate this report verbatim. All the conditions which were made public of this report of the UCC now have been approved by the cabinet of Pushkar Singh Dhami. But we are also being told that Pushkar Singh Dhami, before approving this in the cabinet, has sought advice from the Law Ministry of Government of India, and certain changes were made according to the requirement, or according to the alteration made by the Law Ministry of Government of India. Now this note has been cleared. This report has been cleared by the cabinet. We are being told that within 24 hours, the Chief Minister's cabinet will be sending it directly to the governor, and then a notification will be issued regarding the same.
All right, Aishwarya, many thanks for getting us those details. With that, we keep our viewers ahead on the story. For the moment, we move on. On to other stories in brief. West Bengal BJP President Sukanta Majumdar accused Mamata Banerjee of staging a drama over Manrega funds, adding that her government has lost people's support.
पैसा कहाँ से देगा? पैसा है ही नहीं उनके पास, तो इधर वो शराब के पैसे से पैसा जुगाड़ करना पड़ेगा, या तो लॉटरी के पैसे से। अगर इससे नहीं होगा तो उससे भी ज्यादा संभव नहीं है। तो कोई सेंट्रल फंड को जैसा वो करती है, उसमें तो एक्सपर्ट है। कभी हमसे एक फिल्म देखे थे, बैंडिट लाइक बेकम, तो वो बैंडिट लाइक बेकम करते हैं, ऐसे बैंड कर देते हैं, इस फंड का पैसा इधर लेके जाते रहते हैं, तो वही करेंगे। वो जनता जागृत हो चुकी है, पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता समझ चुकी है कि ममता बनर्जी क्या है, और इसके कारण जितना भी मसल पार है ममता बनर्जी का, वो यूज कर ले, उनका व्यवहार कर ले, लेकिन जनता डरने वाली नहीं है। आगे आने वाले समय के ममता बनर्जी को समझा देगी कि जनता का मसल पार क्या होता है।
Jharkhand Chief Minister Champai Soren held a review meeting related to law and order and crime control in the state with the Chief Secretary, DGP and other senior officials. While laying the foundation stone of school buildings in Rohini, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said that he will not join BJP and he has done nothing wrong.
वाद होता है, उसके साथ भगवान होता है। ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला, और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ, मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ, हम छोड़ देंगे। मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में, कतई नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में। क्यों आ जाए बीजेपी में? नहीं आते बीजेपी में। बीजेपी में चले जाओ तो सारे खून माफ, सब। हमने कौन सा गलत काम किया? स्कूल ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, अस्पताल ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, सड़कें ही तो बनवा रहे हैं, पानी का ही तो इंतजाम कर रहे हैं, सीवर ही तो ठीक करा रहे हैं। कौन सा गलत काम किया?
BJP MP Parvesh Verma hit out at Aam Aadmi Party's allegation that BJP is trying to buy up MLAs. He said that whenever any of their MPs or leaders are about to go to jail, they try to divert people's attention.
आज से पहले कई बार उन्होंने कहा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी उनकी सरकार को गिराने की कोशिश कर रही है, और जो है उनके विधायकों को फ़ोन आ रहे हैं। तो ये अपना कब होता है? उनका कोई सांसद या उनका कोई मंत्री जब अपना जेल जाने वाला होता है, या वो किसी भ्रष्टाचार में आ जाते हैं, तब ये हमारी जनता का ध्यान भटकाने के लिए ऐसे आरोप लगाते हैं, और ये सारी बातों में कोई भी सच्चाई नहीं है।
Speaking on crime branch officials at the residence of Delhi Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Atishi, former cricketer and BJP MP Gautam Gambhir said that those who are honest do not run from anything, they fight and face the situation.
देखिए, मेरे पास बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ बोलने को है नहीं। मेरा हमेशा एक ही चीज़ पे विश्वास रहता है, जो सच्चे होते हैं, जो ईमानदार होते हैं, वो किसी चीज़ से भागते नहीं हैं, वो लड़ते हैं, वो सामना करते हैं किसी भी परिस्थिति में। जो भागने वाले लोग हैं, उससे वो दर्शाता है कि आपकी किस तरीके की सोच है, क्योंकि जो सच्चा है उसको किस चीज़ का डर है, और जो सच्चा होता है वो डरता नहीं है, वो लड़ता है।
Rajasthan Deputy Chief Minister Diya Kumari has said that BJP will win all the 25 seats of Rajasthan in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections.
निश्चित रूप से 25 सीटें हम लोग जीतेंगे और लोकसभा में भी पिछली बार से ज्यादा हमको बहुमत मिलेगी.
Bihar Deputy CM Samrat Chaudhary says that Bihar is an important state of the country and his government's priority is to increase employment and establish law and order.
देखिए, देश में बिहार एक महत्वपूर्ण प्रदेश है. रोजगार और कानून का राज स्थापित करना ये प्राथमिकता है.
BJP National President JP Nadda offered prayers at Kangra Devi Temple today. Time now for a short commercial break. On the other side, JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad are now en route Ranchi ahead of the mega Monday floor test. Supreme Court to hear plea seeking ASI survey at sealed area of Wazukhana at Gyanvapi complex.
The Hindu community should not feel guilty about 6 December 1992?
Not at all. It is the seculars, pseudo-seculars, the prevaricating government, the converging people who denied the Hindus their just lawful claim, which has been settled by the Supreme Court. The first suit was initiated in 1885. The next suit was initiated in 1950. The Supreme Court decided it as late as 4 years ago. And what the Supreme Court settled was always the fact. And it was a unanimous decision. And the Supreme Court found that there was a temple on which the mosque had been built. It only did not say whether the temple was demolished and mosque was built, that there was a religious structure and on that the mosque stands. This was always the claim of the Hindus, who denied it, prevaricated it, made the Hindus lose their thousands of years of tolerance and restraint at the mosque level. You know, when the Karsevaks were rushing to demolish the temple, you can see in the video, Ashok Shingal was trying to prevent them. All the leaders were trying to prevent them. They said, we have no patience anymore. We have no patience in you.
But
we have no patience in the system.
So there's a question I have here. There is an anti-Hindu narrative that was built in our country, and today for the first time Hindus are questioning and saying it, we are not the villains. I am asking you whether Hindus should feel guilty about 6 December 1992. You are saying no, the Hindus were patient for a long time. Now there is a question I have. Was the structure which was demolished a mosque at all? Is the question. A controversial question, but it must be asked. Because the Prime Minister Narasimha Rao said in his speech that was telecast on Doordarshan on the night of 6 December 1992 that what was demolished was a mosque. Whereas, on the contrary, the white paper issued by the Government of India, on the very first page of that white paper admits, and I quote, that in effect, from December 1949 till 6 December 1992, that whole structure had never been used as a mosque. So by that logic, that structure was not a mosque. But we keep talking about the demolition of a masjid. And the Congress kept saying that what was demolished was a mosque, whereas their own white paper says it was not used for almost half a century as a mosque. So why was it referred?
Thank you for staying with Republic. And well under the scanner for Liquor Gate, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has launched a fresh attack on BJP. He says that BJP is asking him to join the party in order to be spared. This comes after Delhi Crime Branch issued a notice to him and Delhi Minister Atishi to submit proof of their poaching allegation. More on this face-off in this next report.
The Aam Aadmi Party is repeating its poaching charge against BJP. On the 27th of January, Minister Atishi accused the BJP of poaching at least 7 AAP MLAs by offering 25 crore rupees each.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी आम आदमी पार्टी की चुनी हुई सरकार को गिराने की कोशिश कर रही है। पिछले कुछ दिनों में आम आदमी पार्टी के 7 विधायकों को भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने संपर्क किया है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हमारे इन 7 विधायकों को 25-25 करोड़ रुपए का ऑफर दिया आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़कर भारतीय जनता पार्टी में आने के लिए।
In a fresh attack, AAP chief Arvind Kejriwal claimed he is being enticed to join the BJP.
ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ, मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ, हम छोड़ देंगे। मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी, कतई नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में। क्यों आ जाए बीजेपी में? नहीं आते बीजेपी में। बीजेपी में चले जाओ तो सारे खून माफ सब।
Kejriwal said this after the Delhi Police Crime Branch sent notice to him and Atishi.
तो कल आए क्राइम ब्रांच वाले 3-4 घंटे की इस नौटंकी के बाद मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को एक नोटिस देके गए। आज सुबह भी मेरे घर आकर भी 2-3 घंटे की नौटंकी के बाद एक ये नोटिस देके गए। अब ये नोटिस भी मजेदार है। ये नोटिस ना तो एफआईआर है, ना ये किसी प्रकार का समन्स है, ना इसमें आईपीसी की कोई धारा, ना इसमें सीआरपीसी की कोई धारा, ना इसमें पीएमएलए की कोई धारा, ना इसमें प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन एक्ट की कोई धारा।
BJP has slammed the Aam Aadmi Party.
माननीय मंत्री आतिशी जी और आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भाजपा पे बेबुनियाद और झूठे आरोप लगाए, लेकिन बहुत संगीन आरोप लगाए कि आम आदमी पार्टी के एमएलएस को खरीदने का प्रयास हो रहा है। बहुत स्वाभाविक सी बात है कि अब पुलिस जांच करेगी। केजरीवाल जी स्वयं भी एक सरकारी अफसर रह चुके, वो भी जानते हैं कि कानूनी प्रक्रिया के तहत जिस व्यक्ति पर नोटिस इशू हुआ है उसी के हाथ में पर्सनली वो नोटिस थमाया जाता है। लेकिन एक बार फिर जांच में अवरोध डाला आम आदमी पार्टी के लीडर्स ने।
आज की प्रेस वार्ता देखने के बाद एक चीज समझ में आती है कि जब सच जूते पहन रहा होता है तब तक एक झूठ आधी दुनिया की सैर लगा चुका होता है। तो वही हाल अरविंद केजरीवाल और उसकी पार्टी का है। चेहरे की हवाइयां उड़ी हुई हैं क्योंकि आप झूठ बोल रहे हैं।
केजरीवाल जी और आतिशी जी ने आरोप लगाए कि बहुत पैसे दिए गए और वहां चंडीगढ़ में जो मेयर का चुनाव है उसमें बड़ी अब मात्रा में पैसे दिए गए। अब उस पर पुलिस जांच कर रही है। आरोप लगाने के बाद उस जांच के ऊपर में कुछ कहना नहीं चाहते, भाग रहे हैं, समन नहीं ले रहे हैं, बता नहीं रहे पुलिस को।
देखिए, झूठ बोला है तो उसका जवाब तो देना पड़ेगा, चाहे वो आतिशी हो चाहे वो अरविंद केजरीवाल हो। जिस प्रकार से आपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर आतिशी जी ने भी और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भी आरोप लगाया कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग आम आदमी पार्टी के एमएलए को खरीदना चाहते हैं और लोटस 2 करना चाहते हैं, तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का हर व्यक्ति एक बात पूछ रहा है आपसे कि ऐसे व्यक्ति कौन से एमएलए हैं जो आप कह रहे हो खरीदना चाहते हैं, उनके नाम बताइए।
The crime branch has asked Kejriwal and Atishi to respond by the 5th of Feb. The question remains, will Kejriwal and Atishi respond to the notice and furnish proof of their allegations against the BJP? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Moving on, Congress, NC and PDP are struggling over seat sharing in Jammu and Kashmir for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. After the Congress's 2019 performance in Rajouri, party members are now showing eagerness to contest not only Anantnag but also Srinagar and Baramulla. But NC is rejecting the Congress's claim over Rajouri-Anantnag seat, saying the votes were due to NC's unconditional support. With no headway in sight, signs are pointing to a collapse of the India alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. Here's a report.
With Mamta, Kejriwal, Akhilesh already expressing dissatisfaction with Congress, trouble is now mounting for the India alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. The Congress National Conference deadlock over seat sharing continues.
Ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, the India alliance is falling apart in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir as well. The Congress party is trying to mount the pressure on the National Conference and PDP by saying that it is the expectations of the workers that they should go and contest in the Kashmir Valley as well. While the National Conference has made it amply clear that they have won 3 seats in the Kashmir Valley and they want that their candidates should contest this time also.
Desperate, the Congress is exerting pressure on the National Conference and the PDP.
कांग्रेस हाईकमान जो करेगी उस पर सब सहमत होंगे। ख्वाहिशात ज़रूर हैं जम्मू के वर्कर्स की, लोगों की, वोटर्स की, कश्मीर के भी। कांग्रेस पार्टी का अच्छा वजूद कश्मीर में भी है और राहुल गांधी जी की यात्रा में आपने देखा किस किस का रिस्पांस जो है, लाखों लोग सड़कों पे थे कश्मीर के अंदर। आज ये महसूस करते हैं लोग के जो जिस तरह की सरकार और नीतियाँ चल रही हैं, कांग्रेस पार्टी ही सेकुलरिज्म और भाईचारे का और नफरत के खिलाफ लड़ रही है। आज भी राहुल गांधी चल रहे हैं, लेकिन गठबंधन में तालमेल चल रहा है।
जहां तक राजौरी पुंछ की बात करूं तो जो वोट उस वक्त कांग्रेस को आया था वो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का वोट था, क्योंकि हमने उस वक्त कांग्रेस को समर्थन दिया था जम्मू पुंछ लोकसभा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से। और आप देख लीजिए कि जम्मू पुंछ लोकसभा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी की अगर मैं बात करूं और खासकर राजौरी पुंछ का जो इलाका है वो हमेशा से नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रोल रहा है। और मुझे लगता है क्योंकि आप जब राजौरी पुंछ जो है वो अनंतनाग के साथ उसको मिला दिया गया है और हम उन 3 सीट्स पे दोबारा से जो है चुनाव लड़े, हमारे कैंडिडेट्स उतरे। बाकी जो बची हुई सीट्स हैं उन पे क्या फैसला होता है वो तभी मुमकिन हो जाएगा जब हमारी जो है टॉक्स जो है फाइनल स्टेज पे पहुंचेगी।
The BJP meanwhile is attacking the INDI bloc at every turn.
INDI alliance is a non-starter. It never took any formal shape and it is already falling apart. Trinamool Congress leader Ms. Mamata Banerjee clearly said she is not going to join the yatra. She did not join it. Akhilesh Yadav ji has said he has not been invited to the yatra. He is not going to go to Rahul ji's yatra. There is already in different states a fight in terms of what are the expectations on seats. So the Congress party has its own vision about the INDI alliance and about their leader Rahul Gandhi ji. The allies seem to think differently.
With no headway in seat sharing, all signs are now pointing to the collapse of INDI alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And while addressing a massive crowd in Assam, Prime Minister Modi came down heavily on previous governments over disregard for our heritage. He said that those who were in power for years since independence have neglected India's sacred places of worship and looked down upon India's culture and history for political gain. Prime Minister also asserted that over the past decade, Indian heritage and history have been given same importance as national progress. Here's a report.
हमारे तीर्थ, हमारे मंदिर, हमारी आस्था के स्थान, ये सिर्फ दर्शन करने की ही स्थली है ऐसा नहीं है। ये हजारों वर्षों की हमारी सभ्यता की यात्रा की अमिट निशानियां हैं। भारत ने हर संकट का सामना करते हुए कैसे खुद को अटल रखा, ये उसकी साक्षी है। हमने देखा है कि एक समय में जो सभ्यताएं बहुत समृद्ध हुआ करती थी, आज उनके खंडहर ही बचे हैं। दुर्भाग्य से आजादी के बाद जिन्होंने लंबे समय तक देश में सरकारें चलाई, वो भी आस्था के इन पवित्र स्थानों का महत्व समझ नहीं पाए। उन्होंने राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए अपनी ही संस्कृति, अपने ही अतीत पर शर्मिंदा होने का एक ट्रेंड बना दिया था। कोई भी देश अपने अतीत को ऐसे मिटाकर, ऐसे भुलाकर, अपनी जड़ों को काटकर कभी विकसित नहीं हो सकता।
As everyone knows, Ashok Shingal's one-pointed agenda was Ram Temple. And he was traveling far and wide the country. He has come to me several times. And once when there was a talk between with the Shankaracharya and the Muslim personal board, it all failed. And so he was so disappointed. So he came to me right from Kanchipuram to Bangalore. At the time I told him, I have the intuition, I have this feeling that there, the vision that there's a temple which is dilapidated. There is a Kali temple, Dev Kali temple. Dev Kali is the Kuldevi of Sri Ram. And that temple is completely in dismay. No proper arrangements are there. This is what I feel. Is there such a temple? I asked him. Then we found out, yes, there are two Kali Mandir. One is Choti Kali, another is Dev Kali Mandir, which is just outskirts of Ayodhya. Then he said, no, we have to revive this temple and, reconsecrate that place. So we found a proper muhurt and we went there. Ashok Singhal was also present. And several people from Delhi, Mahesh Gupta ji was also there with me. And we had all the 4 Vedic Pandits go there and we reconsecrated the temple. There was a pond right in front which had become just a garbage dump. And that pond was clean and fresh water was brought in there. And Nitya Gopal Das ji, who was there, was leading the Ram Janambhoomi. He was also present. So with all the presence of all the saints and some imams also, everybody was present. We had a satsang that evening and we prayed that this thing should happen. Then again I had a premonition, this will happen only after 14 years. So Ashok Singhal ji was pressurizing me, was telling me,
Good evening and welcome, friends. The fact that you're watching News Sunday shows how seriously you take what's happening in and around and in the country. So we'll try to bring the best to you. And today, a conversation on Bharat Ratna Awards at the backdrop of the decision of the Modi government to confer one on BJP veteran L.K. Advani. His legacy from the Rath Yatra got completed with the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Temple last month. But there are other aspects of L.K. Advani also. The fact that he was the Home Minister when he put his foot down on Parvez Musharraf formula during Agra summit, taking a tough line. He's also the leader who mainstreamed Hindutva politics in the country. In fact, center staged the BJP as the central pole of Indian politics in many ways. He's someone who increased the acceptability of right wing in India. He is someone who conceptualized the idea which ultimately culminated with India having Aadhaar and perhaps could soon have a national register of citizens. He is someone who was seen as tough. He was seen as someone who was a foil to the liberal Vajpayee. But then, is the Modi government, by honoring L.K. Advani with Bharat Ratna, just pandering to its own political Hindutva constituency? Or has the Modi legacy in India's civilian awards reached the next level? Is Modi legacy in India's civilian awards, including the Padma Awards, which are now called People's Padma, has Modi legacy succeeded in making them above politics, above controversy, That's going to be our conversation, our debate. Let's get you the headlines first. Right, L.K. Advani to be conferred the highest civilian honor. Has Prime Minister lifted the honor above politics?
वहाँ पर इन तमाम मुकामात पर हिंदू मुसलमान फसाद हुआ। इस मुल्क का सबसे बड़ा सिविलियन अवार्ड भारत रत्ना से नवाज रहे हैं।
BJP and Congress unite on Bharat Ratna Advani, but Owaisi ups the ante, politicizes the move.
The courts intervened and removed those doubts. CM has been allowed to vote. We had sufficient numbers.
JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad are now back in Ranchi ahead of the mega Monday floor test. Resort politics spills to Bihar. 20 Congress leaders head to Hyderabad ahead of Bihar floor test. Uttarakhand cabinet approved the Uniform Civil Code draft bill to be placed in assembly on February 6th. The Supreme Court to hear plea seeking ASI survey at sealed area of the Wuzu Khana at the Gyanvapi complex on Monday. That's tomorrow. Friends, L.K. Advani will be conferred India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna, announced by the Modi government yesterday. It will be the 9th Bharat Ratna to be conferred under the government of Prime Minister Modi. The non-partisan approach that gets reflected in the list of Bharat Ratnas awarded by the Modi government, not just Bharat Ratna, but even the People's Padmas, the Padma Vibhushans, many of them going to the opposition leaders like Mulayam Singh Yadav and Sharad Pawar. This non-partisan approach has triggered a political storm because in some cases, like the Communist Party, they in fact declined. In the case of Buddhadev Bhattacharya, for example, when the Modi government wanted him to be honored with a Padma. While the BJP has welcomed the move, the likes of Asaduddin Owaisi have questioned the same. Here are the developments connected with the story, and then I come back with the panel of guests to understand whether there is politics in civilian awards, whether there should be politics in our highest civilian awards. Can politics be avoided? And if yes, is the Modi legacy the best way out? Look at this.
Lal Krishna Advani, the 50th Bharat Ratna or the Jewel of India. The 9th Bharat Ratna to be awarded in 10 years of Modi.
दुनिया के सबसे बड़े राजनीतिक दल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के संस्थापक सदस्य, कोटि कोटि कार्यकर्ताओं के प्रेरणा स्रोत, देश के पूर्व उप प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय श्री लाल कृष्ण आडवाणी जी को भारत रत्न से सम्मानित किए जाने का निर्णय अत्यंत अभिनंदनीय है.
The award is in recognition of outstanding service of the highest order in any field. The list contains 2 members of the BJP and the Congress each, and 2 members of the Jan Sangh. The others on the list are Tendulkar, Bhupen Hazarika, and chemist CNR Rao. The non-partisan approach of the government has been accepted in the same breath.
शुभकामनाएं आडवाणी जी को और क्या कह सकते हैं, बस यही है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को और प्रधानमंत्री को भी बड़े देर सवेर आडवाणी जी याद आए.
राम मंदिर भी बन गया, आडवाणी जी को भारत रत्न भी मिल गया, पूरा बीजेपी का एजेंडा पूरा होते हुए नजर आ रहा है, तो अच्छी बात है. आडवाणी जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देती हूँ.
ये भारत रत्न अपने वोट को बांधने के लिए दिया जा रहा है, ये सम्मान में नहीं दिया जा रहा है. सम्मान तो है खैर उस बात को, क्योंकि भारत रत्न है, लेकिन अपने वोट को बांधने के लिए.
बहुत ही खुशी की बात है, हर्ष की बात है, क्योंकि लाल कृष्ण आडवाणी जी ने हमेशा बहुत ही विनम्रता की राजनीति की, सबको साथ लेकर चलने का प्रयास किया, हिंदुत्व का झंडा बुलंद किया।
While some in the opposition are up in arms against Ratna for Advani.
जहां कहीं भी लाल कृष्ण आडवाणी की रथ यात्रा गई, वहां पर इन तमाम मुकामात पर हिंदू मुसलमान फसाद हुआ, इंसानियत की मौत हुई। और अफसोस की बात यह है कि नरेंद्र मोदी की हुकूमत उनको इस मुल्क का सबसे बड़ा सिविलियन अवार्ड भारत रत्ना से नवाज रहे हैं।
Even critics of the Modi government have appreciated how impartially awards have been conferred. Should all politicians not stand united on this issue?
All right, as I introduced the panel of guests to you, friends, in the first half we'll discuss the Bharat Ratna to L.K. Advani, the legacy for which he gets the award, both good and bad, as some would say, and or as the participants would say. And of course, then I would broaden the debate as to the institution of Bharat Ratna and India's civilian awards. And let's look at whether they have been mired in politics and controversy, whether they are being brought out of politics and controversy. What's the scene like? It's an interesting conversation, a Sunday conversation we are going to have. Joining me, Ravi Srivastav, political analyst, leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party, joining us live from Mumbai. Professor Monojit Mandal, political analyst, leans towards the Trinamool Congress, joins us live from Kolkata. We also have Nikhil Jain, advocate and political analyst, live from Delhi. He leans towards the Congress Party. And Professor Anwar Pasha, national spokesperson of the RJD, live from Delhi. Ratan Sharda, author and political analyst, today joining us live from Bengaluru. And he's someone who keeps close connections with the RSS. I want to begin with Sanju Verma because she's national spokesperson of the BJP, and there were some comments we saw in the Bite Belt about the Bharat Ratna for L.K. Advani, the BJP patriarch. And for example, we heard BRS leader K. Kavita saying that this is BJP agenda, but anyway, fine, thank you. And we had Owaisi focusing on Advani's Ram Rath Yatra legacy, and of course Akhilesh Yadav, forgetting that the same government gave his father Mulayam Singh Yadav Padma Vibhushan only a couple of years back. Today saying this is an attempt to get the BJP constituency together. So Sanju Verma, which L.K. Advani has been given this award? The Advani of the Ram Rath Yatra, the Advani, the Deputy Prime Minister, the Advani of Owaisi, or the Advani of Akhilesh Yadav?
You know, Abhishek, first and foremost, I liked what you said in your introduction. We are going to have a conversation, you know, on a Sunday rather than a debate. I'm happy that we'll have a conversation on a very important topic. And I want to tell you that it is L.K. Advani, the exemplary parliamentarian. It is L.K. Advani who did a stellar job as India's Home Minister. It's L.K. Advani who did a fantastic job as India's Information and Broadcasting Minister. It is L.K. Advani who did an excellent job as India's Deputy Prime Minister. And above all, it is L.K. Advani, the man who committed his entire life to the cause of the nation. So I think the fact that L.K. Advani is a parliamentarian, you know, in the longest time that he's served public life, he's been in the eye of the storm for various reasons. But you know, keeping that aside, I think without beating around the bush, I'll call a spade a spade. I think today, the timing of the award is extremely pertinent because this has happened right after, you know, the Pran Pratishtha ceremony on the 22nd of January 2024, just a few days back. And anybody who has basic understanding of India's political landscape, who knows an iota of what the Ram Mandir legacy is all about and appreciates the nuances, knows for a fact that be it the Palampur resolution of 1989, whereby the Ram Mandir issue was brought onto India's political landscape for the first time by the likes of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and L.K. Advani, or for that matter, the historic Rath Yatra started on the 25th of September 1990 by L.K. Advani with those famous words, मंदिर वही बनाएंगे, हमें भला कौन रोकेगा, कौन सी सरकार रोकेगी, and look at the beauty of it. Sanju. That after a couple of decades, this whole Ram Mandir thing has actually come to fruition in a highly elaborate ceremony that was executed flawlessly by Narendra Modi. So yes, LK Advani deserves the Bharat Ratna. Just 20 seconds more, Abhishek, I won't take too long. You know, look at the history of the Congress. Jawaharlal Nehru presented himself the Bharat Ratna in 1955. Indira Gandhi presented herself the Bharat Ratna in 1971-72. The likes of B.R. Ambedkar was given a Bharat Ratna 34 years after his demise. He died in 1956. He was given the Bharat Ratna in 1990. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, was ignored for the longest time. He died in 1950
Sanju,
and he was given the Bharat Ratna in 1991. You are opening the debate already.
Let me get the opening comments. I will come to all the points that have been raised, but before the politics part, you know, Manojit Mandal wanted to respond to the Advani legacy, for which Sanju, you said that he has been honored with the Bharat Ratna. Manojit Mandal, what are your objections?
No, we have no objection at all. In fact, we definitely congratulate Mr. Advani, but I want to understand from BJP why Mr. Advani has been ignored for the last 10 years of Mr. Modi's rule. I want to understand that. I believe as a political analyst,
Sanju said that after the Pran Pratishtha and the great event that happened with the inauguration of the Ram temple, it became a befitting occasion to let the Rath Yatri get his due.
अरे बोलने तो दो मैं अच्छा बात बोल रहा हूँ ना बोलने दो First, I come to how Mr. Advani was ignored, neglected and relegated to the position of advisor, not an advisor to Mr. Modi, on whose blessings Mr. Modi rose in this country. Everyone knows why Mr. Advani was, joining with that very famous, infamous Rath Yatra. Mr. Modi was sitting on his feet. And look at the moment Mr. Modi comes to power, Mr. Advani was entirely relegated. At least now I know he is 90 plus, but 10 years ago, he was very much in public life. He should have been brought in the public life. Then this country would not have been going the way it is going now. The kind of sane person Mr. Advani has remained.
You would have been happy had Advani been given Bharat Ratna in 2014? Are you suggesting that, Manojit Da? Advani should have been given Bharat Ratna in 2014, right?
India. Mr. Modi has a different idea of even Hindutva. The kind of idea that Mr. Advani nurtured.
You are not answering my question, Manojit Mandal.
That debate.
You would have been happy had Mr. LK Advani been given Bharat Ratna in 2014.
Aggressive, exclusionary view of Hindutva, which Mr. Advani did not have, I tell you. And that's why he was ignored. Now, it's again,
very nice. Made it very clear. We used to hear, that gets me going. That gets me going. Ratan Sharda, Manojit Mandal has just given the spark that we needed to have this conversation. Lighten up.
It's very amusing,
at the time when we were growing up and we were students of... Listen.
आपका विलाप हो गया, please.
Okay, I got it.
आपका विलाप हो गया.
Okay, I got it. But I want to pick up on the argument that Manojit Mandal makes. That Ratan Sharda, I'm coming to you. Let me just phrase it for you. Ratan Sharda, it's interesting. Let me phrase it for you. When we were growing up, we would hear things like, Vajpayee is the fantastic face, the liberal face. But LK Advani eats Muslims for breakfast. LK Advani is the problem, you see. And today, Manojit Mandal says, LK Advani was inclusivist. The problem is Narendra Modi. I bet, Ratan Sharda, 5 years down the line, they would be saying, Narendra Modi should get Bharat Ratna. The problem is Yogi Adityanath, right?
Yeah. See, actually, the problem is Hindutva. See, the problem is Hindutva. It is not when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was called all the names by Sonia Gandhi herself. And everybody was abusing Atalji at one time. Then Atalji became the softer face. Then Advani ji becomes a softer face, and tomorrow Modi ji will become softer face, in spite his wonderful record of serving all the communities. Now, coming to the main point, the problem is Hindutva. What Advani ji did, Advani ji turned around the entire Indian politics where the central pole became Hindutva, where BJP became the central pole of politics, where he invented and popularized the word called pseudo-secularism. What is pseudo-secularism? Being anti-Hindu, being pro-minority, specifically more Muslim. If you are that, you are a secular person. That definition was totally destroyed by Advani ji. That is how the entire political scenario of India changed. That is the biggest contribution of Advani ji. That is what they hate. From 2 seats, he made BJP the running partner for governance, and that is what really hurts them. Everything else secondary. Now coming to more serious issue. Tell me, where were they when Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao had to give Bharat Ratna to Dr. Ambedkar, when Rajiv Gandhi had to give Bharat Ratna to MGR, when in 1992 P.V. Narasimha Rao gave Bharat Ratna to Satyajit Ray, J.R.D. Tata, Abdul Kalam Azad, Morarji Desai, Vallabhbhai Patel, and these people were not even considered by the earlier regimes. You'll be surprised. I was just looking at the numbers. For 10 years of UPA government, they just gave one Bharat Ratna. If I'm not wrong, I just noted down, just one Bharat Ratna in entire 10 years. Is India so bereft of Ratnas? Please tell me. And what is the record of BJP? Karpuri Thakur. And you have Pranab Mukherjee, you have Madan Mohan Malviya, CNR Rao, who got it in the last phase of life. You have in earlier BJP regime, you have Bismillah Khan, Lata Mangeshkar, you have Ravi Shankar, you have Gopinath Bardolai, Gopinath Bardolai, who saved Assam from going to East Pakistan. And he was not heralded by any of the socialist secular people. Jayaprakash Narayan, 1999, again BJP, Chidambaram Subramaniam, BJP, Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam, BJP, Aruna Asaf Ali, BJP, Gulzari Landa, BJP. So these are the stalwarts of freedom movement of different parties, and BJP did not at all play any political games. Now people who got Padma Vibhushan, etc., they are today crying because actually we also criticize that Padma Vibhushan, okay, that's political. But when you are playing politics, why you never found desirable people or people who could be really given an award? And please accept that Advani has killed your entire communal politics in his time, and that is why I hate him. Now showing sympathy to him, so
was he meant to retire?
Okay, now Ratan Sharda.
10 years ago?
Ratan Sharda.
Forced to retire.
Ratan Sharda. Sanju Verma, if you can make a quick, only 30 seconds interjection responding to Monojit Mandal's argument that Advani was sidelined, was neglected, ignored for 8 years only to be given Bharat Ratna now because you have to keep your constituency together, burnish your constituency of Ram Temple. But keep your comment short because I have to get 4 others involved. Please, Sanju.
Yes. This is a party.
You know, Abhishek, very quickly
Sanju for the party.
Thank you. Abhishek, very quickly to Monojit Mandal, I have this to say, that, you know, suddenly now, in the last couple of years, ever since Prime Minister Modi came to power, opposition ke man mein Advani ji ke liye pyar jaag gaya hai. You know, each time there is a ruckus in the parliament and parliamentarians are suspended for hooliganistic behavior, they suddenly remember Arun Jaitley ji, who said dissent is very important in a democracy, but he never endorsed gundaism or hooliganism on the floor of the parliament. Suddenly of late, I've seen that these guys have started remembering Sushma Swaraj ji, whereas they spared no effort in undermining the credibility of be it an LK Advani and Arun Jaitley or Sushma Swaraj when they were alive. So please, BJP को आपके सर्टिफिकेट की जरूरत नहीं है. We will do as we deem fit. We are the party in power. आपको इतनी दिक्कत है, लोकसभा इलेक्शन जीतिए, पावर में आइए, सत्ता में आइए, बाद में भाषण दीजिए.
Not the founders of your political party.
Okay, let me structure this. Thank you, Sanju Verma, for sticking to the time limit, and that helps me structure it even better. So Sanju Verma's argument in the first comment was, Monojit, I'll come to you. Monojit Mandal, I'll come to you. Sanju Verma said that the Congress party can't be raising fingers because this is the same Congress party in which Nehru got an award, Bharat Ratna, while he was still in office. So did Indira Gandhi. Ratan Sharda broadens it, says that under the BJP, even opposition leaders have been bestowed with highest civilian awards, both Bharat Ratna and Padma Vibhushan, as I had said in my opening comments also. So, Nikhil, the point is that even if the Modi government is burnishing its credentials or strengthening its hold over the Ram Temple constituency by awarding, honoring L.K. Advani with Ram Temple. Why should a Congress, which was absolutely stingy with Bharat Ratna awards, even selfish with Bharat Ratna awards, be bothered about it?
First of all, Abhishek, I'd like to point out a few factual inaccuracies that were made by certain panelists earlier in the debate. Nehru did not give the Bharat Ratna to himself. There is proper documented evidence, a 1955 Times of India report that clearly states that President Prasad himself had given the award to Nehru suo moto without taking any aid or advice of the Prime Minister at the time, which was Nehru. And in fact, let me remind your viewers that Prasad and Nehru were two people who were always at odds with each other. Prasad is the same person that BJP likes to point out as a sitting president who attended the consecration of the Somnath temple. Secondly, I don't think the Bharat Ratna being given to L.K. Advani ji is because he started the Ram Mandir movement or because he was at the forefront at it. I think it is being given because Narendra Modi wants to prove to his constituents that he is not somebody who's disrespecting the elders. I can show a video that I think most of your viewers would have seen on how Prime Minister Modi has been treating L.K. Advani ever since he's come to power. He's not allowed to attend the consecration of the Ram Mandir for which he fought. He's not allowed to take active part in the BJP's politics. To the best of my recollection, he was not even allowed to attend the new parliament building. Fact of the matter is, Narendra Modi has sidelined his once guru, whose shishya he was, L.K. Advani, and now he needs to prove to his voters that I am not that bad a man, and look at me, I am,
Nikhil, when you go to Supreme Court,
so far as
you take your teacher there every day.
Ambedkar and other
for
such
God's sake, let's have a straight conversation. Let's have a straight conversation. Yeah. Nikhil, you know, Mr. L.K. Advani is not a parliamentarian now,
is quite
right?
straight.
He is a veteran. He's a patriarch of the party.
It's not about that the Congress was
his contribution, not just to his party, not just to his ideology. Bharat Ratna is a recognition of his contribution to India's public life.
They are not trying to play politics with it.
Don't talk over me. I'm structuring the conversation.
Figures from the past. Mahatma Gandhi does not have a Bharat Ratna. Does not mean that he is any less than other Bharat Ratna awardees. It is a dispute on who and how should a Bharat Ratna be bestowed. But the BJP, like everything, they have just made it a political tool. That is why they had to confer Padma Vibhushan on Mulayam Singh Yadav ji, despite the fact that every day their spokespersons go on national television and call the Samajwadi Party, Mulayam Singh Yadav and Akhilesh Yadav as communal figures. They have now bestowed it upon Karpuri Thakur because they want to consolidate that vote bank. They did it for other figures, and now they are doing to consolidate their own vote bank with giving the vote Bharat Ratna to L.K. Advani. Let's see for what it is.
Okay, Ravi Srivastava is a political hai. You see, I will give you two examples of political awards, civilian awards, and then you tell us whether that is right or this is right. Okay? Interesting. Everyone listen. आपने कभी J.A.K. Martin का नाम सुना है? Have you ever heard of J.A.K. Martin? Anyone on the panel? He was given a Padma Shri in 1985 because he was principal of Doon School. Right? No politics, please. Let's keep them very apolitical, right? Absolutely apolitical. आपने कभी डॉक्टर धनवंत सिंह का नाम सुना है? Dr. Dhanwant Singh. You know, he was given a Padma Shri in 1981. Why? Because he did the cataract surgery of the then President of India, Dr. Gyani Jail Singh. Oh, I don't know whether he was Dr. Gyani Jail Singh.
That's
right?
A revelation, Abhishek.
So,
I was not aware of this.
Dr. Dhanwant Singh was, of course, a doctor, obviously, because he did the cataract surgery. Ravi Srivastava, over to you. No politics, please.
Awards. A bunch of movie stars.
Abhishek, BJP spokesperson is overjoyed. I don't know the reason, or she is laughing on practically every, opposition panelist. I think she has got some extra entertainment on this account. Anyway, my submission here is that you demolish a mosque, I will give you a Bharat Ratna. I think that seems to be the criteria. I think you have heard the OSCE statement.
Oh, this
when
is
the Rath Yatra was taken
Ravi
from Somnath
Srivastava.
to
Do you really mean
Ayodhya,
that LK Advani gets Bharat
there
Ratna for
were
demolishing a
riots
mosque?
across
I mean, are you
the
being serious?
nation,
Are you
and
being serious?
hundreds of people died in those riots. I think that is Mr. Advani's maximum contribution to the nation's unity. That's the best thing I think he did, to kill hundreds of people by taking out a Rath Yatra. Many other politicians have taken out Rath Yatra later, but never the communal riots have taken place. This happened only in the Yatra of Mr. Lakshmi Kant Advani. He wasn't literally what TMC person said. He wasn't dumb. He was in dumps for 10 years. Suddenly, they revived him because within BJP, there are voices that why the people like Ashok Singhal, Murli Manohar Joshi, Uma Bharati, all such people are being denied, who actually went and demolished the mosque. So those people where the land adjacent to that where you are constructing a Ram Mandir now, that was the work done by those people, and they have been totally discarded. I think to satisfy, to pacify that vote bank, now the most highest civilian honor has been given to Sri Lakshmi Advani. His only contribution was that.
Okay, fair
I don't
enough.
think that
Ravi Srivastava, you are sort of...
He traveled to Jinnah's Bazaar in Pakistan as well, because he has his hometown there. All these things, I think, add to his qualification.
So do you
Other
agree
than
with
that, creating a communal divide, polarized people, nothing else is credential about him. What did it as a home
Ravi
minister
Srivastava.
was a Parvez
Ravi
Musharraf.
Srivastava. Okay.
Did not sign that.
You
I
are
think
sounding...
that credit goes to Atalji. So he was the person to
Ravi
sign off the
Srivastava.
accord, not Mr. Advani.
Okay. Ravi Srivastava, I don't know whether you are clear really which side you want to take today, right? So, are you praising Advani for calling Jinnah what he did in Lahore or
the
not?
criteria of an honor for which he has been given. And he has created the communal hatred. It's a Supreme Court judgment rights. It's a criminal
I am discussing
act
your
to demolish
criteria.
the Babri
I am
Masjid.
discussing your criteria,
And
Ravi Srivastava.
act for which
According to
nobody was
you...
punished.
Okay,
For the criminal act for which
Ravi
nobody was
Srivastava,
punished.
you can't have a non-stop interruptive dialogue. You see, you have made a point. I am countering you. Listen to it. Listen to it, please. Listen to it. I'm just sort of, framing what you have said. And there are others also who want to participate. Sanju, you have got a couple of interjections. Let me get in Mr. Anwar Pasha on this, Mr. Anwar Pasha, because remember, he represents the RJD. And Lalu Prasad Yadav had put a full stop to the Rath Yatra by arresting Mr. LK Advani, right? When he was entering Bihar in 1991, 89 actually. So, Mr. Anwar Pasha, for Ravi Srivastava,
yes,
the LK Advani legacy is about the Rath Yatra and its aftermath, the violence, the riots that took place in many parts of the country. He's a little confused about what Advani achieved in Lahore. But ultimately, LK Advani, for the likes of Ravi Srivastava and Asaduddin Owaisi, is just about the Rath Yatra and the violence that followed in some parts of the country. Anwar Pasha, you belong to the RJD, the same party, the supremo of which Lalu Prasad Yadav at that time as Chief Minister stopped LK Advani. You think that irrespective of what Lalu Prasad Yadav did to LK Advani at that time, LK Advani in many ways succeeded much more than Lalu Prasad Yadav did?
Thank you, Abhishek ji. Personally, I congratulate Shri Lalkrishna Advani ji because as one of the most senior politicians, I respect him because it is our sanskar to respect the elders. I congratulate him. But in principle, neither me personally or my party RJD approves it. Because Bharat Ratna is the highest honor given to the civilians for the valuable contributions and the services to the nation. Until now, this has been, all the governments in the past, they have adhered to this principle. Because this Bharat Ratna award or honor, it has some values are attached to it. There are some principles, some parameters for it. But conferring this this award to this honor to Shri Advani ji, our central government has thrown all these high values and parameters into the dustbin. The kind of controversy has erupted because of this award given to the respected Shri Lakshmi Kant Advani ji. Itself speaks about it, about the fairness of this honor or award given by the government to Shri Lakshmi Kant Advani ji. People are asking, so many questions are being raised about Shri Lakshmi Kant Advani ji's contribution and his services to the nation. People are asking, what are the contributions of Shri Advani ji? And the government is not able to answer it. Whatever the answers are being offered by the spokesperson of BJP and other supporters, it is not satisfying the people. What kind of politics Shri Advani ji did throughout his life? His divisive political agenda that created a lot of hatred and communal tension in the country, is this his contribution and valuable service to the nation? His name appeared in Hawala. Nobody is talking Hawala about Hawala today.
I need to answer that.
His name appeared there in Hawala. This cannot be forgotten. It cannot be forgotten. We cannot forget it.
He was
I want to answer this.
And his name also got prominence.
He got clean sheet in Hawala.
Demolition Pasha. The demolition of
I want to answer this. He's spreading canards.
Ratan Shanta, on this aspect of divisive politics that Anwar Pasha makes. I'll come to you, Sanju. Hold on. Let's look at it. The divisive politics argument of Anwar Pasha and Ravi Srivastava.
Let me complete.
Can be put in a different manner also, right?
Abhishek ji, just one point.
Please do.
He withdrew the support from BP Singh government. BP Singh government for what? Because BP Singh government implemented the Mandal Commission recommendation for the social justice. So these are the services. These are the contributions of Shri Lakshmi Kant Advani ji. Government has to answer all these questions that is being raised. All these questions are valid.
Can I come in?
These are all facts. These are a part of the history.
Okay, no.
The nation will remember him. The nation will remember Shri Lakshmi Kant Advani for all these contributions.
You have added to the debate.
These are the contributions. Do all these contributions.
Now you want to focus on the divisive politics aspect of LK Advani as also Ravi Srivastava. And then you are saying the Mandal Commission aspect also. Sanju Verma, I'll get you to respond to the Mandal Commission. But before that, Ratan Sharda, this divisive politics aspect of LK Advani, where in his mission, in his ideology to bring the right-wing Hindutva politics center stage, there were some consequences of the Rath Yatra of the Ram Temple movement. You know, it has a legacy on that side also. You think this is, even if small, a troubling aspect that
not at all.
The likes of Anwar Pasha and Ravi Srivastava and Asaduddin Owaisi would rather focus more on instead of the other contributions, because of which today we have a strong right-wing politics in the country, which earlier did not exist.
First of all,
we also have other contributions of LK Advani, which these people don't want to talk. But then this, how do you see this troubling aspect of the LK Advani legacy in terms of the aftermath of the Rath Yatra? Ratan Sharda.
First of all, the way we frame the entire debate is very wrong. This is what the secular politics did, and this is what Advani ji exposed. Because to talk of Hindus becomes communal, it creates hatred, which actually is an ideology which says, I respect everybody, we are all inclusive, and they talk of people who are exclusivist, who are either Islamist or casteist, who play Muslim Yadav card, who play OBC card, who play various caste cards to divide Hindu society and consolidate Muslim votes. So that is the paradigm shift which Advani ji did, and Hindutva by itself is not communal at all. It is these people who are castists, who are real communalists, and that is what Advani ji exposed in his pseudo-secularism debate, and that is what they are afraid of. Now, what Advani ji did, as a person who became a refugee from Sindh, who was there for 1 year to get everybody out of Sindh who wanted to go out, and then came to India. He was a pracharak. who worked during partition, entire time not taking care of family but of the people. And I will tell you something very important. After emergency, when the government came, who piloted a freedom media bill? Mr. Advani. That is why media has much better freedom, which Rajiv Gandhi wanted to stop later on, but he lost the debate in the noise. And biggest of all, he was also one of the very important persons who made 356 so difficult that when Indira Gandhi ji and Congress dissolved assembly like 9 pins and simply finished them, Advani ji was one of the very senior members who piloted the amendment to that bill that made 356 very difficult. Or Mamata Banerjee would have been out of power now. Lalu would have been out of power because of the corruption, because of their communal politics. What is communal politics? When you give salaries to muezzins and maulanas, is that secular politics? When you play Muslim Aadhaar card, is that secular politics? Secularism is treat all religions equal, which none of you did. You played dirty politics, and when Advani ji played this, turned around the entire game and turned around the entire political debate of India, we are frustrated because lost the center state all. And finally, who created riots? Did Advani ji call for riots? Did Hindus call for riots? Every day the trail was blazed by their secular friends, their peaceful people, to whom ultimately resulted in the riots. Advani ji never talked about that. Advani ji talked about Babar, who came from outside, invaders who destroyed Ram Mandir. Did he talk against Muslims? No, these people instigated. So don't blame your communal politics on Advani ji.
May I?
Go through the.
Okay, since you have raised some issues which Anwar Pasha can really respond to, because the practice of secular politics is something which LK Advani exposed, or pseudo-secularism. In fact, he is someone who gave the phrase pseudo-secularism to India's political lexicon. Anwar Pasha, you know, you are saying Advani was divisive.
The only
narrative.
Let me take this to Anwar Pasha. Anwar Pasha, you are saying Advani ji was divisive in his politics. But how is your politics, which only talks about Muslim and Yadav, unifying and integrative?
He will be known in the history
Anwar Pasha
for doing anti-social justice politics by withdrawing support from Shri VP Singh government for implementing the Mandal Commission. He will be known for that also. He will be known for the. We cannot forget all those things which are attached to Shri Advani ji. The kind of politician that is part of the
secular question. So let Sanju Verma respond to the Mandal Commission charge. By the way, it's on record in Parliament that Rajiv Gandhi opposed the Mandal Commission as well on the floor of the House in a longish speech. Sanju Verma, you get to respond to Anwar Pasha.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Abhishek, I always say, debate par pad likh kar aaya karo. People come, sit here and speak any gibberish, and when they're not counterjected, they think that is the gospel truth. First and foremost, the Backward Commission Committee was formed by Jawaharlal Nehru way back in 1951-52 under the aegis of Kaka Kalelkar. When Kaka Kalelkar gave the recommendations कि भाई backward caste को reservation की जरूरत है, the Kaka Kalelkar Commission recommendations were thrown into the garbage bin by Jawaharlal Nehru, and the Mandal Commission recommendations, way before Rajiv Gandhi and VP Singh fell apart, were also consigned to the dustbin of history by Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi. That is point number one. Point number two, यहाँ पर आप LK Advani को divisive politics को लेकर इतना सारा आपने बीजेपी को भाषण दे दिया. So I want to remind the RJD panelists, अभी तो आप बिहार में सत्ता में नहीं हो, पर जब आप सत्ता में थे, आपके पूर्व एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर प्रोफेसर चंद्रशेखर ने क्या कहा? रामचरितमानस is a hoax, प्रभु राम is a hoax, महाभारत is a hoax, प्रभु कृष्णा is a hoax, सीता देवी is a hoax. आपने हिंदू धर्म की धज्जियां उड़ा दी. आपके प्रोफेसर चंद्रशेखर ने लालू प्रसाद यादव, जो वैसे तो दिन भर ज्ञान बांटते रहते हैं, उन्होंने प्रोफेसर चंद्रशेखर की इस अभद्र टिप्पणी को बिल्कुल खारिज नहीं किया. यू आर इन अलायंस टुडे विद द कांग्रेस पार्टी. Udayanithi Stalin and Priyanka Kharge, the son of Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, say that Sanatan Dharma is equal to dengue, malaria, rabies, AIDS, blah blah. क्या राहुल गांधी की तो बात छोड़िए, लालू प्रसाद यादव ने एक बार भी प्रियंका खड़गे की बात का खंडन किया? The answer is no. तो डिविजिव पॉलिटिक्स की बात आपको पहले अपने गिरेबान में झांक कर देखना चाहिए. Who is endorsing divisive politics in India? And the second point, I will just speak one very important point.
Okay.
Please bear with me for 30 seconds. You know, somebody here said
Sanju, quickly.
that Jawaharlal Nehru did not give the Bharat Ratna to himself. So I tell the panelists, पढ़ लिख कर आया करो, because the प्रक्रिया of Bharat Ratna is this. Padma Awards are headed by the Prime Minister-led committee. There are 5 to 6 members, including Home Secretary, Cabinet Secretary. Recommendation goes from this committee,
like that
and
now,
then the Prime
Sanju.
Minister
It
and the
wasn't
President
always
give
like
their
that.
approval. But in the case of Bharat
I was a
Ratna,
baby 20
the
years
recommendation
ago,
is made by
30
the
years
Prime
ago.
Minister
Now I'm not.
to the
all
President.
these arguments
How
will
do
not
you
justify
say
all
some
these
random
arguments
hogwash
will
and
not justify
justify all the time? I really
Lal
don't understand.
Krishna Advani.
Okay,
All these
not speaking over each other. Let Sanju finish, then I'll come to Nikhil.
So Nikhil Jain, don't mislead the viewers. Bharat Ratna recommendation goes from the Prime Minister's end to the President, and that has been the prakriya since 1954 when
Nikhil.
Bharat Ratna was instituted. So do not sit here and speak rubbish.
Yeah. Okay, Nikhil,
all your
you know,
arguments
I have come little prepared. So, to your disadvantage.
If she's done with the fake
Anwar
news,
Pasha ji,
can I
I'll come to
read
you. I'm
about
speaking
the
to Nikhil.
conferment
Nikhil,
of
listen.
Bharat
Nikhil
Ratna on
Jain does
Pandit
not
Nehru?
read. He comes and spews lies on
No,
national
Nikhil, let me phrase it for you, then you respond. Nikhil, let me phrase it for you, then you respond. Sanju, hold on, let me take this forward. Okay, Nikhil, you see, 1954 is the time when the Bharat Ratna Awards started. 1955, according to you, Dr. Rajendra Prasad bestowed it on Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, you know, you are quoting some Times of India report, but there is also the fact that Dr. Rajendra Prasad, perhaps with a wink, confessed that his decision was unconstitutional.
What nonsense is this?
Nikhil, don't digress.
One of the most
Nikhil, don't
credible
digress.
newspapers
I'm making
in
a
the
very
country,
important
has
point.
been
Nikhil,
for
you have to
decades.
answer that.
It's a newspaper.
I'm making a very important point.
How
You
do
have
you
to
let
answer
her
that.
get away with
Nikhil.
this? Abhishek, how do you let her get away with this? Every single publication in the world is problematic except the BJP.
Bharat Ratna recommendation goes from the Prime Minister's end to the President, and then the President simply announces it. It is just a nominal gesture.
Sanju, you made your point. Let me just phrase it for Nikhil. He will not be able to dodge it.
Nothing, and you come and speak live on national television. That's
She
a
should be
problem.
given the Bharat Ratna. She should be given the Bharat Ratna now and now. What is stopping others?
Okay. Okay. Manojit da. Listen. Nikhil,
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. अरे आप खुद क्यों नहीं रहते? अरे you should be taking it up yourself.
You
are a
started
Bharat
it,
Ratna.
Manojit Mandal, so she has to hit back. And Manojit Mandal, would you deny that? Would you deny on national television that Abhishek Banerjee should not be given Bharat Ratna? Please say that.
You are a Bharat Ratna television. You disturb everyone. You are a Bharat Ratna television. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
बीजेपी को इंटेग्रिटी का सर्टिफिकेट्स बांट
No,
रहे हैं।
no. Okay. Okay, pull back, both sides pull back. Sanju, making an important point. I'm making a very important point. It will take the debate forward. Nikhil, you are saying that Rajendra Prasad, for whatever reason, said that, oh, I am bestowing the Bharat Ratna to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. You see, I came prepared for this. So, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, perhaps with a wink, later confessed that what he did was unconstitutional, number one. So the only Bharat Ratna since 1954 which has been claimed to be unconstitutional is the one given to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, number one. Number two, Nikhil, the fact of the matter is that the Bharat Ratna awards have always been political. So V.V. Giri giving it to Indira Gandhi in return giving it to V.V. Giri, Rajendra Prasad giving it to Nehru in return giving it to Rajendra Prasad. 1977, ahead of Tamil Nadu elections, Congress government giving it to K. Kamaraj. 1988, again ahead of Congress elections, Congress government giving it to MGR. So obviously there has been politics. But I think what the Modi legacy is about making it, keeping it political, but at the same time raising its stature. To be asking whether Buddha Babu is willing to accept a Padma, giving it to Mulayam Singh Yadav, giving it to Sharad Pawar. I think what Modi government has done is made the legacy
Abhishek, how is giving an award to Bharat Ratna awards increasing the stature of the award?
But at the same time raising their stature.
And you yourself at least admitted to the point that I was making, that Nehru did not bestow upon himself the Bharat Ratna award. It was the President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, in a suo moto manner. Whether Dr. Prasad calls it unconstitutional or not, we can have a debate about it. But at least let's debunk the myths that Sanju and all the other BJP spokespersons have been spreading around, that Nehru gave the award to himself. Nehru did not do anything of the kind. So far as the political nature of the conferment of these awards are concerned, yes, in India everything is done one way or the other linked to politics. But that is not a justification for the fact that the Modi government has made everything a complete political tool. Bharat Ratna at least was not as political as the Modi government has very clearly made it to be. You yourself have said that in the past 10 years they have given 9 Bharat Ratna awards, unlike the UPA government earlier, which gave 1 Bharat Ratna award. Let's look at the simple numbers on it. That the award has been given since the past 70 years and only about 50 or so individuals have gotten it. Modi government gave 9 in 10 years. All the other governments combined, including the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government and the Janata Dal government, they gave 41 awards in 60 years. So how is it raising the stature of the award? If anything, it is making it less rare. That is, you are diluting the entire point of a Bharat Ratna award. And earlier, a point was being made about, you had made the point about Padma Shri being given to some cataract surgeon or something like that.
What you mean. Nikhil,
people have gotten a Padma Shri award. Padma Shri cannot be compared with Bharat Ratna. Kangana Ranaut has a
reports from various newspapers to endorse his bogus claims.
Nikhil. Okay, Sanju, hold on. Nikhil, you know, one explanation for the UPA 1 and UPA 2 taken together giving only 1 award, and the Modi government in 10 years giving 9 awards is.
Has been given the Bharat Ratna. Answer that. Abhishek, 143,000 people were arrested without trial, and this is a number by Amnesty International, which the Congress swears by during the emergency. And 6.2 million, as in 62 lakh people.
You shut down their offices with ED raids and God knows what. Now you love the Amnesty International. Decide your mind what is credible and what is not. You can't use one publication or one organization when
Sanju Verma, fact check. Sanju Verma, fact check. Indira Gandhi had already been given Bharat Ratna before she imposed emergency. But my question is, please don't miss the perspective. For God's sake, I am adding value. I am adding value to the conversation. Please listen to me also, Sanju Verma. Nikhil says that UPA 10 years only 1 award, NDA Modi government 10 years 9 awards. Now one explanation is that UPA giving only 1 award is part for the course for the general inertia that characterized governance in the UPA years. कुछ काम नहीं होता था, कोई फाइल नहीं चलती थी, भारत रत्न भी नहीं दिया.
Abhishek, what are you twisting my statement into? And I never said 10.
Sanju, for God's sake, would you listen?
41 in 60 years and 9 in 10 years.
We gave the award to somebody like Pranab Mukherjee, who was a career congressman. Narendra Modi has not given the award to his 4 brothers or his 1 sister. He has not given the award to himself.
Abhishek,
so he's giving an award to the person who taught him politics.
Okay, Sanju.
Sideline that person. Might I show that video again?
And she was given the Sangeet Natak Academy Award. I had never heard of the name Leela Samson. Her only claim to fame is she was the dance teacher of Priyanka Vadra, and she was given the Sangeet Natak Academy Award.
He will just go there, and then before that he'll award Bharat Ratna. Don't worry.
Can I come in now? Abhishek,
no, I was supposed to speak.
Okay, please do.
Abhishek, may I come in? Okay.
I think
these people said they cheapened the awards. Okay, during PV Narasimha Rao's time, I had given the names. Is the cheapening of the award? He gave Bharat Ratna to not just Rajiv Gandhi, Vallabhbhai Patel, was he not a deserving person? Morarji Desai, Abdul Kalam Azad, J.R.D. Tata, Satyajit Ray. This was during PV Narasimha Rao's time. But did any of this not deserve Bharat Ratna? Then during BJP's time, Gulzarilal Nanda, the veteran Congress politician, Aruna Asaf Ali, veteran freedom fighter, AP Abdul Kalam, the rocket man, whom they refused to give second term as president. Don't forget that. Chidambaram Subramaniam, Worth is not deserving Bharat Ratnas. We are 100 crore, population people, and So we have a lot of more Bharat Ratnas than these people ever understood. Jayaprakash Narayan, Amartya Sen, by BJP government, their pet. Gopinath Bardolai, the greatest freedom fighter of Assam. Ravi Shankar, Lata Mangeshkar, Bismillah Khan. Were they not deserving Bharat Ratna? Please tell me. You thought in 10 years, only Bhimsen Joshi ji was up to fit for Bharat Ratna. It was
So
your
the fact of the matter is,
you are misled
Ratan Sharda.
And you said that now Modi has changed the entire
Ratan
Padma Shri
Sharda.
award giving.
No,
you
then
see how
why
Padma Shri
did
is
you
given
ignore him
to
for the
poor
last
people
10 years?
working in the village.
Why BJP has sidelined the last 10 years? He is such a Ratna.
Ratan Sharda. Okay, now let me just bring together the thoughts. Let me just bring together the thoughts. You see, L.K. Advani has a broad legacy. He has been in public life. He has been in public life since he was 14. In 1947, when partition of India happened, India became independent, he was a refugee. And from refugee in 1947 to getting Bharat Ratna, when we mark 75 years of our being a republic, is as much an acknowledgement of L.K. Advani and his life as also of India as a nation, a society, a politics, a democracy, a republic, which values people who contribute. More good, less bad, that's something which we have debated for the last 1 hour. What is important is that the Modi government, in Padma Awards, in Bharat Ratna, has made an attempt, a very public, transparent attempt at getting them out of lobbying, out of opacity, out of...
Do you support Mr. Advani saluting Mr. Jinnah? Or because he did that, he was sidelined. Now you remember,
Ratan Sharda, quick response. Advani, Jinnah comment, do you support as someone who sees the RSS closely? Ratan Sharda, last 50 seconds and then I close the debate.
My good old friend, Mr. Ratan Sharda.
Well, as I said in the beginning, these crying babies, these Rudalis, these Vilap people, they don't even understand Indian politics. They don't understand the dynamics of Indian politics, nor do they understand the roots and the strong culture of this country. Advani ji brought to the fore the idea of cultural nationalism, the idea of perennial Hindu Bharatiya Rashtra from 10,000 years. Well, these people said India was born on 15th August 1947. So entire debate of being
you know what, friends, you know what, I could hold an hour-long debate. I could hold an hour-long debate on Advani's Jinnah comments, Ratan Sharda. It was a master stroke which unfortunately Ratan Sharda was perhaps missed by the RSS also. Advani, by calling Jinnah secular, was holding a mirror to someone called Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru also. But unfortunately, I have run out of time. On a lighter note, to end this very serious conversation, a fantastic conversation, can we give the equivalent of Bharat Ratna for this panel to Ravi Srivastava today for not having incited Sanju Verma for 1 hour and to have not said anything which makes the conversation difficult. Thank you so much, Ravi Srivastava, Monojit Mandal, Nikhil Jain, Anwar Pasha, Ratan Sharda and Sanju Verma for joining this Sunday for this conversation on Bharat Ratna and of course L.K. Advani's legacy, for which he has been conferred the award by the Modi government. Short break and live in breaking continues on the other side. And of course the debate with Arnab Goswami is back tomorrow 9 p.m.
Amity faculty have filed over 2,100 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been ranked among the top for innovation achievements.
I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio model. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
I always felt that there was something which was preventing the Hindus from expressing their true feelings as Hindus and as nationalists and as part of people in public discourse. I had the fortune of being associated with the Ram Janmabhoomi movement from the word go. It started in 1983, but there is a background to it. It is not that this movement originated on the basis of Hindu-Muslim relationship in post-independence India, but it happened long back. All this came out in the course of the exchange of documents between Hindus and Muslims as to how the Ram Janmabhoomi movement evolved from the 18th century, early part of the 18th century. And the British had recorded it. A British judge had recorded in 1886 when a suit was filed to take possession of the Ram Janmabhoomi. He recorded that it is unfortunate that a Hindu temple was demolished and a mosque has been built on its place. But it is very difficult for me after this length of time to hand over the premises to the Hindus. This was the helplessness of government with the judicial system which had very limited scope to intervene in these matters. But the historicity of this was established by series of struggles which the Hindus undertook. By way of military expedition, by way of war diplomacy, and it caused...
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
Amity faculty have filed over 2,100 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been ranked among the top for innovation achievements.
As everyone knows, Ashok Shingal's one-pointed agenda was Ram Temple. And he was traveling far and wide the country. He has come to me several times. And once when there was a talk between with the Shankaracharya and the Muslim personal law board, it all failed. And so he was so disappointed. So he came to me right from Kanchipuram to Bangalore. At the time I told him, you know, I have the intuition, I have this feeling that there, the vision that there's a temple which is dilapidated. There is a Kali temple, Dev Kali temple. Dev Kali is the Kuldevi of Sri Ram. And that temple is completely in dismay. No proper arrangements are there. This is what I feel. Is there such a temple? I asked him. Then we found out, yes, there are two Kali Mandir. One is Choti Kali, another is Dev Kali Mandir, which is just outskirts of Ayodhya. Then he said, no, we have to revive this temple and, you know, reconsecrate that place. So we found a proper muhurt and we went there. Ashok Singalji was also present, and several people from Delhi, Mahesh Gupta ji was also there with me. And we had all the 4 Vedic Pandits go there and we reconsecrated the temple. There was a pond right in front which had become just a garbage dump. And that pond was clean and fresh water was brought in there. And Nitya Gopal Das ji, who was there, was leading the Ram Janmabhoomi. He was also present. So with all the presence of all the saints and some imams also, everybody was present. We had a satsang that evening and we prayed that this thing should happen. Then again I had a premonition, this will happen only after 14 years. So Ashok Singalji was pressurizing me, was telling me, see, you know Vajpayee ji, you pressurize him. We don't mind even if the government goes.
very warm welcome. You're watching Republic TV. I am Rakshita Mishra with you. Let's get started with all the top stories that are making headlines at this hour. JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad are now en route Ranchi ahead of the mega Monday floor test. Resort politics spills to Bihar. 20 Congress leaders head to Hyderabad ahead of Bihar floor test.
ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ कुछ नहीं होने वाला और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ हम छोड़ देंगे मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी
Facing ED action in liquor gate, Kejriwal repeats poaching by BJP claim. INDI completely falls apart. Sources say Congress eyeing all 5 states in Jammu and Kashmir. Uttarakhand cabinet approves UCC draft bill to be placed in assembly on the 6th of February. And Supreme Court to hear plea seeking ASI survey at the sealed area of Wazoo Khana at the Gyanvapi complex. And as the Jharkhand political thriller continues, JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad as Champai Soren was sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Jharkhand are now, of course, coming back to Ranchi, and the development comes just a day ahead of the mega floor test in Jharkhand Assembly. And in the latest, Champai Soren spoke to the DGP and gave instructions regarding the security of the MLAs coming from Hyderabad. MLAs will be taken under security cover from the airport to the circuit house, and what we understand is that they will remain in the circuit house until they are moved to prove majority.
The courts intervened and removed those doubts. CM has been allowed to vote. We had sufficient numbers, quite cushioned number, in fact more than the majority. People who are angry have also realized that it will be a mistake, it will be a mandate against democracy. Therefore we are all intact. We did not need to come. We came because BJP was still trying to break us. Not by giving us money, it was not lucre money or some kind of greed. It was the fear, it was the threat of ED, CBI, income tax. It was unnecessary haunting of MLAs, public representatives. What they are trying to do, they are trying to break every opposition state. So one had to do this. You'll have to say it's a fight for constitution. It's a fight for democracy.
Sir, after Jharkhand now, Patna MLAs are coming to Hyderabad, sir. We have confirmed news about
because
that.
the government has not had
20 MLAs are landing.
They have not had a floor test.
Yeah.
And both sides are fighting.
Yeah.
When the government decides to fight the undemocratic way, the opposition has a right to fight it.
Yes.
So you'll form the government tomorrow? There's no doubt we'll not only form the government, we'll run the government fully and we'll come back with majority now that the people are on our side. Yeah. They've seen the naked dance of power and money.
Thank you very much.
And now, under scanner for liquor gate, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has launched a fresh attack on the BJP. He now says that the BJP is asking him to join the party in order to be spared. This comes after the Delhi Crime Branch issued a notice to him and Delhi Minister Atishi to submit proof of their poaching allegations. More about the face-off in this report.
The Aam Aadmi Party is repeating its poaching charge against BJP. On the 27th of January, Minister Atishi accused the BJP of poaching at least 7 AAP MLAs by offering 25 crore rupees each.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी आम आदमी पार्टी की चुनी हुई सरकार को गिराने की कोशिश कर रही है। पिछले कुछ दिनों में आम आदमी पार्टी के 7 विधायकों को भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने संपर्क किया है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हमारे इन 7 विधायकों को 25-25 करोड़ रुपए का ऑफर दिया आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़कर भारतीय जनता पार्टी में आने के लिए।
In a fresh attack, AAP chief Arvind Kejriwal claimed he is being enticed to join the BJP.
ये जो मर्जी षड्यंत्र कर ले हमारे खिलाफ, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। और मैं भी डटा हुआ हूं इनके खिलाफ, मैं भी नहीं झुकने वाला। ये कहते हैं बीजेपी में आ जाओ, हम छोड़ देंगे। मैंने कहा बिल्कुल नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी, कतई नहीं आऊंगा बीजेपी में। क्यों आ जाए बीजेपी में? नहीं आते बीजेपी में। बीजेपी में चले जाओ तो सारे खून माफ सब।
Kejriwal said this after the Delhi Police Crime Branch sent notice to him and Atishi.
तो कल आए क्राइम ब्रांच वाले 3-4 घंटे की इस नौटंकी के बाद मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को एक नोटिस दिया। आज सुबह भी मेरे घर आकर भी 2-3 घंटे की नौटंकी के बाद एक ये नोटिस देके। अब ये नोटिस भी मजेदार है। ये नोटिस ना तो एफआईआर है, ना ये किसी प्रकार का समन्स है, ना इसमें आईपीसी की कोई धारा, ना इसमें सीआरपीसी की कोई धारा, ना इसमें पीएमएलए की कोई धारा, ना इसमें प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन एक्ट की कोई धारा।
BJP has slammed the Aam Aadmi Party.
माननीय मंत्री आतिशी जी और आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भाजपा पे बेबुनियाद और झूठे आरोप लगाए, लेकिन बहुत संगीन आरोप लगाए कि आम आदमी पार्टी के MLAs को खरीदने का प्रयास हो रहा है। बहुत स्वाभाविक सी बात है कि अब पुलिस जांच करेगी। केजरीवाल जी स्वयं भी एक सरकारी अफसर रह चुके हैं, वो भी जानते हैं कि कानूनी प्रक्रिया के तहत जिस व्यक्ति पर नोटिस इशू हुआ है उसी के हाथ में पर्सनली वो नोटिस थमाया जाता है। लेकिन एक बार फिर जांच में अवरोध डाला आम आदमी पार्टी के लीडर्स ने।
आज की प्रेस वार्ता देखने के बाद एक चीज समझ में आती है कि जब सच जूते पहन रहा होता है तब तक एक झूठ आधी दुनिया की सैर लगा चुका होता है। तो वही हाल अरविंद केजरीवाल और उसकी पार्टी का है। चेहरे की हवाइयां उड़ी हुई हैं क्योंकि आप झूठ बोल रहे हैं।
केजरीवाल जी और आतिशी जी ने आरोप लगाए कि बहुत पैसे दिए गए और वहाँ चंडीगढ़ में जो मेयर का चुनाव है उसमें बड़ी अब मात्रा में पैसे दिए गए। अब उस पर पुलिस जांच कर रही है। आरोप लगाने के बाद उस जांच के ऊपर में कुछ कहना नहीं चाहते, भाग रहे हैं, समन नहीं ले रहे हैं, बता नहीं रहे पुलिस को।
देखिए, झूठ बोला है तो उसका जवाब तो देना पड़ेगा, चाहे वो आतिशी हो चाहे वो अरविंद केजरीवाल हो। जिस प्रकार से आपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर आतिशी जी ने भी और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भी आरोप लगाया कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग आम आदमी पार्टी के MLAs को खरीदना चाहते हैं और लोटस 2 करना चाहते हैं, तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का हर व्यक्ति एक बात पूछ रहा है आपसे कि ऐसे व्यक्ति कौन से MLA हैं जो आप कह रहे हो खरीदना चाहते हैं, उनके नाम बताइए।
The crime branch has asked Kejriwal and Atishi to respond by the 5th of Feb. The question remains, will Kejriwal and Atishi respond to the notice and furnish proof of their allegations against the BJP? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Now, the Congress and PDP are struggling over seat sharing in Jammu and Kashmir for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. And the tussle, of course, continues after the Congress's 2019 performance in Rajouri. The party's members are now showing eagerness to contest not only Anantnag but also in Srinagar and Baramulla seats. But the National Conference is rejecting the Congress claim over the Rajouri-Anantnag seat, saying that the votes were due to NC's unconditional support. With no headway inside, signs are pointing to the collapse of the India alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. Watch this report for more.
With Mamta, Kejriwal, Akhilesh already expressing dissatisfaction with Congress, trouble is now mounting for the India alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. The Congress National Conference deadlock over seat sharing continues.
Ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, the India alliance is falling apart in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir as well. The Congress party is trying to mount the pressure on the National Conference and PDP by saying that it is the expectations of the workers that they should go and contest in the Kashmir Valley as well. While the National Conference has made it amply clear that they have won 3 seats in the Kashmir Valley and they want that their candidates should contest this time also.
Desperate, the Congress is exerting pressure on the National Conference and the BJP.
कांग्रेस हाईकमान जो करेगी उस पर सब सहमत होंगे। ख्वाहिशात जरूर हैं जम्मू के वर्कर्स की, लोगों की, वोटर्स की, कश्मीर के भी। कांग्रेस पार्टी का अच्छा वजूद कश्मीर में भी है और राहुल गांधी जी की यात्रा में आपने देखा किस किस का रिस्पांस जो है, लाखों लोग सड़कों पे थे कश्मीर के अंदर। आज ये महसूस करते हैं लोग के जो जिस तरह की सरकार और नीतियां चल रही हैं, कांग्रेस पार्टी ही सेकुलरिज्म और भाईचारे का और नफरत के खिलाफ लड़ रही है। आज भी राहुल गांधी चल रहे हैं, लेकिन गठबंधन में तालमेल चल रहा है।
जहां तक राजौरी पुंछ की बात करूं तो जो वोट उस वक्त कांग्रेस को आया था वो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का वोट था, क्योंकि हमने उस वक्त कांग्रेस को समर्थन दिया था जम्मू पुंछ लोकसभा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से। और आप देख लीजिए कि जम्मू पुंछ लोकसभा कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी की अगर मैं बात करूं, और खासकर राजौरी पुंछ का जो इलाका है वो हमेशा से नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रोल रहा है। और मुझे लगता है क्योंकि आप जब राजौरी पुंछ जो है वो अनंतनाग के साथ उसको मिला दिया गया है और हम उन 3 सीट्स पे दोबारा से जो है चुनाव लड़े, हमारे कैंडिडेट्स उतरे। बाकी जो बची हुई सीट्स हैं उन पे क्या फैसला होता है वो तभी मुमकिन हो जाएगा जब हमारी जो है टॉक्स जो है फाइनल स्टेज पे पहुंचेगी।
The BJP, meanwhile, is attacking the INDI bloc at every turn.
INDI alliance is a non-starter. It never took any formal shape and it is already falling apart. Trinamool Congress leader Ms. Mamata Banerjee clearly said she is not going to join the Yatra. She did not join it. Akhilesh Yadavji has said he has not been invited to the Yatra. He is not going to go to Rahulji's Yatra. There is already in different states a fight in terms of what are the expectation on seats. So the Congress party has its own vision about the INDI alliance and about their leader Rahul Gandhi ji. The allies seem to think differently.
With no headway in seat sharing, all signs are now pointing to the collapse of INDI alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Addressing a massive crowd in Assam, Prime Minister Narendra Modi came down heavily on the previous governments over the disregard for India's heritage. Prime Minister Modi said that those who were in power for years since independence have neglected India's sacred places of worship and looked down upon India's culture and history for political gains. Prime Minister also asserted that over the past decade, Indian heritage and history have been given the same importance as national progress. Take a look at this report for more.
हमारे तीर्थ, हमारे मंदिर, हमारी आस्था के स्थान, ये सिर्फ दर्शन करने की ही स्थली है ऐसा नहीं है। ये हजारों वर्षों की हमारी सभ्यता की यात्रा की अमिट निशानियां हैं। भारत ने हर संकट का सामना करते हुए कैसे खुद को अटल रखा, ये उसकी साक्षी है। हमने देखा है कि एक समय में जो सभ्यताएं बहुत समृद्ध हुआ करती थी, आज उनके खंडहर ही बचे हैं। दुर्भाग्य से आजादी के बाद जिन्होंने लंबे समय तक देश में सरकारें चलाई, वो भी आस्था के इन पवित्र स्थानों का महत्व समझ नहीं पाए। उन्होंने राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए अपनी ही संस्कृति, अपने ही अतीत पर शर्मिंदा होने का एक ट्रेंड बना दिया था। कोई भी देश अपने अतीत को ऐसे मिटाकर, ऐसे भुलाकर, अपनी जड़ों को काटकर कभी विकसित नहीं हो सकता।
I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bopa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bopa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them. लोगों को गुस्सा होना जरूरी है।
आप बहुत प्यारे हैं, हम मेरी तरह।
मुझे लोगों ने सब कुछ कहा, आज पहली बार किसने कहा कि मैं प्यारा हूं। मगर ये मैं आपको कहता हूं कि गुस्सा नहीं आएगी तो लोग रिएक्ट नहीं करेंगे, गुस्सा आना जरूरी है। जो हमारी जनरेशन है, मैं आपसे 2-3 साल बड़ा हूं, मगर जो हमारी जनरेशन है, मुझे लगता है कि हमारे जनरेशन को बर्बाद कर दिया नेताओं ने। मंडल कमीशन के टाइम पे जिस तरह से तोड़ा गया हमारे समाज को, उसको मैंने अनुभव किया है। मैं भी एक तरह से जमीन से जुड़ा हुआ ये आदमी हूं। मैंने देखा है किस तरह से लोगों को जो कास्ट के बारे में नहीं जानते थे, हर बार आप जाति कास्ट की पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे। तो मुझे लगता है कि अगर हमें आज से 10 साल में चाइना से आगे जाना है और अमेरिका के पास जाना है, तो फिर हमको पहले हमारी यंगर जनरेशन को बताना होगा कि गलतियां क्या हुई है। 1984, 1975, 1990 मंडल कमीशन, तो इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। और उसमें सिनेमा का एक रोल है, उसमें सिनेमा को आना पड़ेगा। अमेरिका में मूवीज बनती हैं, असैसिनेशंस के बारे में भी बनती है, JFK के बारे में बनी है, क्यों हम क्यों ना बनाए?
नहीं सही है, बिल्कुल। हम तो अमेरिकन फिल्में देखते ही नहीं है, मैंने एक भी नहीं देखी है।
नहीं देखी है?
कुछ मुझे पता नहीं है, हिंदी भी नहीं देखता हूँ मैं, अपना जो करता हूँ वही देखता हूँ। लोग पूछते हैं क्यों नहीं देखते, बोलते हैं हलवाई मिठाई भी बनाए खुद और खाए भी खुद, दूसरे खाए, मैं अपना भी नहीं देखता हूँ। अन्य का तो नहीं देखता है, क्योंकि मुझे बैठना पसंद नहीं है 2-3 घंटे टीवी या सिनेमा में, और मुझे लगता है मैं देखूंगा तो किसी की एक्टिंग से प्रभावित होने लगूंगा। तो हालांकि मुझे देखना चाहिए, मैं अभी बहुत कोस रहा हूँ।
अगर आप हिस्ट्री के हर एपिसोड पे मूवी बने तो मुझे लगता है ऑडियंस है।
हाँ,
और उस पे रोमांटिक तरीके से नहीं, मतलब
असल में नहीं सर, सिनेमा में एक और थ्रेड है ना कि लोग प्राइमरली फिल्म को एंटरटेन होने के पर्पज से आते हैं। अब उस एंटरटेनमेंट के कोटिंग में हिस्ट्री, फैक्ट या आप कुछ चीज़ उनको ज्ञान, समझ, विजन बता दो, क्योंकि प्राइमरली भारत में ऑडियंस मनोरंजन के लिए सिनेमा
नहीं, मगर ऑडियंस इवॉल्व नहीं हुई है, मुझे
इवॉल्व हुई है, लेकिन इवॉल्व ऑडियंस का भी टारगेट मनोरंजन ही होता है। उसको पता है कि मनोरंजन सिर्फ यही नहीं था जो ये लोग दे रहे थे, स्पेनिश वाले अलग देते हैं।
Now, Congress MP D.K. Suresh's secessionist remarks have caused a political uproar, leading to face-off between BJP protesters and the police outside Suresh's residence in Bengaluru. The incident comes days after the Congress MP struck a discordant note in his reaction to the interim budget, demanding a separate state for South India. Here's a report.
Days after Lok Sabha MP D.K. Suresh's call for a separate country for South India, BJP cadres staged a protest outside the Congress MP's residence in Bengaluru, chanting "Down, down D.K. Suresh." Hours after the interim budget was presented on the 1st of February, D.K. Suresh stoked controversy.
ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದ ಕಡೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಹಂಚ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಖಂಡಿಸಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಬೇಡಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಇಡಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಹಿಂದಿ ಪ್ರದೇಶದವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
The statement has triggered an escalating political face-off.
इन लोगों ने किसी ने भी D.K. सुरेश के इस असंवैधानिक टिप्पणी का विरोध नहीं किया है. All the leaders of the so-called India Gathbandhan are maintaining a conspicuous silence on this utterly shameful, irresponsible and unconstitutional comment of the Congress MP from Karnataka, Mr. D.K. Suresh.
Today under Rahul Gandhi, he sets out to doing these Jodo Yatra so-called, and at the same time that he tries to fool people about his Jodo Yatra, you have leaders, senior leaders. D.K. Suresh, by the way, is one of the few MPs that they have in Karnataka. Senior leaders like that talking about dividing India.
देश का विभाजन लेकर कांग्रेस का ये परंपरा अभी भी बरकरार है. कांग्रेस पार्टी इस विषय में मैं मांगता हूं स्पष्टीकरण करना चाहिए, देश से माफी मांगना चाहिए और संविधान का जो आशय का है ये घोर अपमान किया है।
Meanwhile, DK Suresh maintains that his statement is being unnecessarily politicized.
This is diversionary. This is diversionary. We need to address this question of whether this country can be divided, even as a wishful thinking by a member in the Lok Sabha. Can any member here talk of anything else more important than that?
BJP is trying to politicalize what he said, that what injustice has been done to the state of Karnataka and southern part of India. He has just explained this is the thinking will occur in the future if they are trying to destabilize or if they try to show a different type of treatment to the South India. That is what he has occurred. He has not said. He said that he is an Indian and a born Indian. He will fight as an Indian.
The unrest surrounding the Congress MP statement is now escalating into violence. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
In some more news, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated development projects worth nearly 11,600 crore rupees for Assam. Now, he addressed a roadshow too in Guwahati on Sunday.
पहले यहाँ 11,000 करोड़ रुपयों के प्रोजेक्ट का शिलान्यास और लोकार्पण हुआ है। ये सारे प्रोजेक्ट असम और नॉर्थ ईस्ट के साथ ही दक्षिण एशिया के दूसरे देशों के साथ इस क्षेत्र की कनेक्टिविटी को और मजबूत करेंगे।
Telangana police busted a counterfeit currency circulating racket and arrested 2 people. They have been sent to judicial remand in connection with the case. Police seized 810 fake 500 rupee notes which were intended to be circulated. Printer, scanner, other things also seized. And Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar marked World Cancer Day by inaugurating a cancer unit at the Medanta Hospital in Patna. Event signified his commitment to addressing cancer care in treatment. The mortal remains of CRPF Jawan Girish Babu, who lost his life in an Naxal attack in Chhattisgarh's Dantewada, reached his native place in Etawah. Four people were killed, one reportedly injured after a car met with an accident on the Jammu-Udhampur highway in Udhampur district. Injured individuals have been shifted to hospital for their probe underway. Now, the Supreme Court on Monday is also set to hear a crucial petition from the Hindu side in connection with the Gyanvapi complex. The petitioners seek an ASI survey in the sealed area of the Wazukhana. This comes after a big victory for the Hindu side when a district court ordered the administration to remove the barricades, allowing the Hindus, the devotees, to offer prayers in the basement, that is the Vyasjiga Tehkhana, and install idols of the deities as an order since upheld by the Allahabad High Court. More about the latest developments in this report.
The Gyanvapi case is reaching a crucial juncture. And all eyes are on the Supreme Court, which will hear a petition from the Hindu side. The Hindu side is demanding an ASI survey in the sealed portions of the Wazukhana and 10 basements in the Gyanvapi complex. The SC will also hear the demand for a survey of the pillars mentioned in the now released ASI report. A Varanasi district court allowed the Hindu side to offer prayers in the basement and conduct rituals after 30 years. The legal tussle for Gyanvapi began in 2021. And now, 3 years later, after multiple ASI surveys and court hearings, the Hindu side has claimed a monumental victory in the case.
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं जो जस्टिस के.एम. पांडे ने राम मंदिर में 1 फरवरी 1986 को ताला खोलने का आदेश दिया था, मैं आज के इस ऑर्डर को उसी की तुलना में देखता हूं। ये इस केस का टर्निंग पॉइंट है, बहुत ऐतिहासिक ऑर्डर है, और जो एक सरकार ने अपनी पावर का दुरुपयोग करते हुए हिंदू समाज की पूजा पाठ रोकी थी, आज कोर्ट ने उसको अपनी कलम से रेक्टिफाई किया है।
Immediately the Muslim side challenged the order, but did not get any relief from the Allahabad High Court.
इंडिया का जुडिशियल सिस्टम ये इसके ऊपर बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क आ गया है। तो एक पार्टी का तो पूरा हक मारा गया। कहाँ जाएंगे, किसके पास जाएंगे, कहाँ रोएंगे?
A jubilant Hindu side is immersed in celebration and devotion, whereas the Muslim side is questioning the judiciary. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath congratulated veteran leader L.K. Advani on receiving the Bharat Ratna award. He said that the conferment of the Bharat Ratna to Advani was the best decision considering the fact that he is a founding member of the world's largest party. The award, he says, is a tribute to the decades of service Advani has dedicated to public life. He also went on to say that Advani is an inspiration for millions of party workers and expressed his gratitude to Prime Minister Modi for the announcement of this award.